No more bad government in Nigeria. Nigeria what? The only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Nigeria what? Yo! No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what be here? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Niger watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and we recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Niger what you
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nnamdi. I just saw the news flash on the decision of the MPC, the Central Bank MPC, and it's shocking the steps they've taken with the monetary policy rate and the cash reserve rate. MPR at 22.5% and cash reserve ratio at 45% will not achieve the medium to long-term plan that these guys desire. Let me tell us what will happen for the benefit of those who may not be so vast on financial matters. Monetary policy rate is the rate, discounted rate of the CB, in fact, of the banker to banker, the Central Bank of Nigeria. It's actually the base rate. What it simply means at MPR, that is the base rate of the Central Bank of Nigeria at 22.5%. That simply means any bank will now build upon that in their lending decisions to customers. And that simply means if you already have a loan with a bank that is going at 30% or 25%, the bank will have to adjust the rate by about 600 basis points to accommodate the 400 basis point jack up by the Central Bank of Nigeria. This is not good for productivity. This is not good for manufacturing. This is not good for honest entrepreneurship in the economy. This is going to send shock waves to honest enterprises and entrepreneurs. Now, cash reserve requirement at 45%. They want to take out liquidity from them as much as possible. You see, there is something these guys don't understand. You see, these policies that they put in place will have worked. It's a neoliberal classical economic theory that will have worked in economies where 95 to 98% of economic activities are captured in the formal sector, and where it is believed that demand and the supply of the dollar or any commodity is determined by the force of demand and supply, honest transactions. Nigeria does not meet some of the assumptions that drives some of these economic theories that they are putting in place by the Central Bank of Nigeria. And I will explain this. Basically, what they've done is to put the rate at the level that foreign portfolio investors that will inflow in dollars to buy those the CBN treasury bills, or to buy CBN bonds and all the rest of them, or listed securities or whatever. Now, let me tell you what will happen. Basically, what they've done, they are not going to attract any foreign direct investor. Basically, the hot monies will flow into this economy. There are people in Japan, in other places, that can take money from banks in their country at even less than 1% or 1%. All they will need to do is bring in the dollar, do a swap with the Central Bank of Nigeria. In such a way, they will tell the Central Bank, hey, I'm bringing my dollar today at this rate. In the next 3 months, I'm going to take back, or 6 months, I'm going to take back my dollar at social rate, a band, and then they will pay premium for it. And the CBN takes their dollar, gives them naira, they buy the bonds or they buy the T-bills. 6 months, they exit. Now, while they are here within that 6 months, CBN can use their dollar to play in the market, to intervene like they just did by giving monies to BDCs. This is just like giving Panadol for somebody that has headache. The headache is just the symptom. The person is suffering from a dangerous cancerous growth that is destroying him. Rather than take away the cancerous growth, perform surgical operations to remove the tumor, you are busy giving him Panadol to douse the symptoms of the headache, which is the headache, which is the symptom. I don't understand what these guys are up to. What they have done in one fell swoop is to totally destroy. They just want to see. The truth is, Yemi Cardoso's instruments will not work. Basically, what will happen? There will be so much, maybe 1 to 2 billion, $1 billion or $2 billion dollar inflow by foreign portfolio investors. And now we use it to shore up the dollar to naira, and maybe there may be stability around the 1,500 naira to $1 band over the next 1 week, and people will clap. Then afterwards, when the things mature, when the people take back their dollar, what we need to do is to boost the supply side of the dollar. 90% of this problem are from the physical side. There is something Yemi Cardoso and those at the Central Bank of Nigeria are not seeing. Is either they are seeing it and they pussyfooting about it, or playing, see nothing, say nothing, hear nothing, or they are just trying to deceive themselves and deceive the rest of Nigerians. And this is it. This is the truth. In Nigeria today, between the 3 tiers of government and the 3 arms of government, we have budget expenditure appropriation of over 45 trillion naira between the federal government and the state government and local government that will be expended over this fiscal year 2024. Federal government of Nigeria has appropriated expenditure, budgeted expenditure of about 28.7 trillion. The states have their own. And the truth is, half of this money, or even more than half of this money, are going to be looted. And when they loot this money, they will use this looted money to pursue the dollar. We have not taken urgent step to address the corruption demand for the dollar, which is at the root of our problem. I have given instances and empirical examples of why we are where we are today. Go and check the records. As recent as 2022, our total import bill was $60 billion. And if you look at the makeup of those import bills, you will see $24 billion was expended to import mineral oil, synthetic and refined petroleum products. 2.3 billion was used to import plastics. 800 million was used to import fish and the aquatic products. $450 million was used to import dairy products. Even palm oil, we imported palm oil, 600,000 metric tons. Most of the things we imported are things we will have produced here if we have physical governance, security measures, and the transparent things in place by the physical side. We have given them proposals. We have given them strategic work plan on how we can ramp up crude oil output, on how we can tie allocation of marginal fuels to people producing evidences of guarantees from first-class European banks, and then showing forth that they are going to be using the crude oil that will come from the marginal fuel will be refined here. Evidence and capacity that they can do modular refineries. Of course, they will have to dredge the waterways all the way from the Escravos through Ogara, through Koko, through Warri, all the way to the Niger, so that people can actually set up modular refineries by the banks and use bodies to move their crude. When we can refine everything we consume here, even the plastic that we spend $2.3 billion to import can actually be produced here. Industry is massively producing plastic. One of the raw materials, major raw materials for plastic production is crude oil. Derivatives, crude oil byproducts. What is so difficult for these guys to comprehend? We are chasing the symptoms rather than tackling the root cause of the matter. The root cause of the matter is the criminal demand for the dollar. Even if you mop up all the liquidity in the system, even if you staff investors or honest traders or honest entrepreneurs access to Naira, can you deny the governors and the local government chairman and the leadership of the 1,300 MGAs access to Naira in their accounts? How do you stop them from using the Naira to buy up the dollar that you have given to the BDCs and the dollars in the banking system? We all know the truth that these governors cannot loot. These local government chairmen cannot loot. These ministers cannot loot if they do not have assistance from the cowboys in the banking industry. What we should be thinking about today is what urgent Marshall plans do we put in place to devolve and restructure the security architecture of Nigeria in such a very measured and tactical ways that we can ensure protection of life and properties in across every inch of Nigeria over the next 3 to 6 months. These are the kind of things we should be talking about. How do we stop the corruption demand of the dollar? How do we put in place measures to stifle the public sector officials from taking Naira from Jack and FAC and IGR to buy dollar? The demand for the dollar, legitimate demand for the dollar for transactional purposes, would not have caused the Naira to depreciate from 199 to 1650 over a period of 9 years. Go and check. Over the last 9 years, our total import bills, including monies expended on education and health, was about $451 billion. Our total exports, including monies inherited by Buhari in foreign reserve, including borrowings, new borrowings of $2 billion, including the export remittances through the former window of $168 billion, not even counting the informal inflows that came by way of dollar, cash, euro, and pound sterling. If we put all these things together, we will have had excess of at least $200 to $250 billion in our system that will have allowed this economy to be stable. That will not have even allowed the Naira to go beyond 199 under Jonathan before he left. But basically, most of the dollar that leaked out of the system leaked because of the criminal demand from it. They transferred monies out that did not pass through the CBN window. They buy dollar, they put in the account, they wire them out to buy properties in Dubai, in Maryland, buy yachts, buy love space. Come on, we know what is happening here, for crying out loud. If these guys are serious, without chasing shadows, what they should have been doing now is to send an executive bill to the National Assembly to ban use of dollar cash in Nigeria. Make it compulsory that nobody should use more than $1,000 cash in any transaction, even $500 cash. Anybody who uses any dollar cash or seen with any dollar cash that is more than 500 to 1,000 should be arrested and prosecuted, 2 years imprisonment without option of fine. Allow the policemen, if they see any dollar with anybody with any dollar more than 1,000, confiscate it, prosecute the person. then there can be no dollar outflow out of this economy that is not done through the Form A and Form M windows, documentary letter of credit. So that even if you legitimately make your money, you want to buy a house in Maryland, you can show the evidence, fill your Form A or Form M, transfer your money. But we know that the criminal looters of this country, who have no honest enterprise, cannot legitimately use such documentary routes to move their monies out. So basically what these guys should be doing is to see how they can stifle the criminal and speculative demand for the dollar. But of course, they won't do it. We know they are chasing shadows. They won't do it because they are already planning for 2027. If they don't mop up the dollar cash and the dollar funds, how would they be able to bribe delegates and bribe electoral officials to help them rig election? If they put in place these measures we are suggesting to them to do, which is the honest measures, how would they be able to pay bribes? We are in a very serious trouble in this country. NPR at 22.5%, CRR at 45%. This guy practically wants to stifle honest economic activities in the system. But he knows of a truth that the 45 trillion budget expenditure by the governors, the MDAs, the presidency, that 60% of those funds will be looted. It has become a systemic thing in Nigeria. What kind of country is this? Who is advising these guys? What kind of nation is this? They know the honest thing to do. They will not do it. If we have been spending $24 billion on white petroleum products or mineral oil, any honest government will be putting in place measures to ensure that we quickly ramp up refining within Nigeria to stop that outflow. If we have been spending almost $800 million importing palm oil, any serious government will put in place integrated and structured arrangements between the federal government, state government, and local government to develop 300,000 hectares of Tara palm plantation, set up cottage factories. Most of the fabricated equipment can be fabricated here in Nigeria to ensure that we cover the supply gap, domestic supply gap. If we have been importing 2-3 million tons of rice, rice is something that can be cultivated and grown and harvested in 6 months. Any serious government will put in place martial emergency measures and integrated arrangement between the state, federal, and local government areas to cultivate 1 million hectares of rice within this window and provide security in those clusters in such a way that we can be able to produce and ramp up 12 million tons of rice in Nigeria and half the price within the next 9 months. These are the kind of things right-thinking people should put in place. But unfortunately, what we have today, they know the truth. See, let nobody be deceived. These guys are in no hurry to fix this land. They just grab power for the sake of grabbing power to continue looting for where Buhari stopped. May God have mercy upon Nigeria. Gosh!
Wow. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you, my people. Thank you very much for your time with us today. I want to quickly apologize for us coming out late. I actually mentioned it yesterday that we're not going to be coming out early today. Probably tomorrow as well, because there's something that I have a meeting that I needed to attend to. So we finish at 7 UK time. So before I drive and I get home. So yeah, but it's just going to be this week, I guess, or maybe next week, Wednesday as well. I don't know, but if I can round up tomorrow, that will be fine. If not, it's going to Monday and Tuesday will be fine, but Wednesday might be the final day. But understand with us. Thank you very much, my people. God bless every one of you. Thank you for your time with us. Mother of all Mommy Diaspora, good evening to you, Mommy. Thank you very much for all you do. I appreciate you always. Madam Ellen, I can see you. Good evening to you. Ola Adewale, thanks for joining us. God bless you all, my people. I can see more people right there. CXL with us as well. Patricia Inofe, my dear sister, I can see right there. Stella Afini, thank you. Mike Akyambare, great mind. Thank you very much. Patience, Demodia. Thank you, my wonderful people. Riomi Abdul, Peggy Modi in the building. Thank you. Good evening to you all. Happy weekend to you all. Happy Saturday to you all, rather. Kate Amorese right there with us. Ivy Jack with us. Nell James with us. Thank you, Didi Anthony. Michael Abba. Thank you. Abu Azi in the building. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do. I love Maduka. Thank you. Now, God bless you, my people. I appreciate every one of you right there. You see that video I played yesterday? That video is currently trending. These people are not in a hurry to fix Nigeria. Wow. I like that. When I see Nigeria who is saying it how it is, I always like to listen to them. That's why I decided to bring that man in. Although I don't know the man, but the video is trending because there's so much truth in what is stated on that particular video. My people, you know the problem that we are facing in Nigeria. The problem we are facing is that the same people are the people that have been ruling us since Nigeria was created or since we got our independence. And these people, none of them want to offend themselves. None of them want to step on anybody's toes. Nobody want to cause any problem for themselves. That's why they come in, do your own, make I do my own. Do your own, go, JJJ, make I enter, JJJ, make I go, JJJ. These are the things these guys are doing. They don't want to offend themselves. Because if they really want to fix Nigeria, normally in a country that works, if you come into the government, your predecessor, you're supposed to checkmate and scrutinize all their activities throughout their 4 or 8 years in office. But in Nigeria, these guys are not doing anything. They just come in and continue from where they want to continue from. They don't question their predecessor. They are not interested. Although Tinubu's administration have said so many times, oh, we inherited debt from Buhari. We did this and we did that. This is where we find ourselves. They can complain. Unfortunately, Tinubu is complaining about Buhari, the same Buhari that was in the same umbrella of APC. Till now, nobody have called Buhari for questioning. Nobody have called Malami for questioning. Nobody have called any of the ministers, for questioning. How are we going to have a better Nigeria like this? Even though we all are hopeful. To be honest, the only way we can have a better Nigeria, which is what I stand for, is only when we have a good leader. But who knows if we finally lucky to have that good leader, if that same good leader we allow the past to go. Yes, someone like me, that's where I will have problem with whoever it is. Even though Peter Obi, I felt talking during the time of the election anyway. So if Peter Obi comes in and he failed to question the previous government that have ever ruled Nigeria and all that, I will use my platform to call him out. Like I said, some of you might start hating us at that time. If only Peter Obi, they allow me rule. But if we do not be Peter Obi, say prospectively, we use our platform to fight for someone else, I will still call them out. Maybe that is why we don't put money in front. Because in most cases, when money is involved, you will be bought. You will be skeptical. You will be blabbing when it's time to question these people. That is the fact. None of these people are calling themselves out. None of them are probing each other's. How long are we going to continue like this? Look at Fubara now, for example. Fubara is fighting for his own satanic, selfish interest, but till now, Fubara have not probed Wike to date. Because this is the opportunity for someone like Fubara to say, okay, Wike have been haunting me, Wike have been causing me problem. Let me use the opportunity to probe him because of what I see. But he's not doing it. None of these people is doing this thing. How? That's why that video that I played earlier on explained everything. This dollar of a thing, Naira is appreciating everything. I'm beginning to believe so much in Mr. Jonathan. Because Mr. Jonathan have refused to be deceived with the appreciation of Naira. What is happening in our country? But meanwhile, we came here the other day, we talked about Nnamdi Kanu. And you guys remember when I said that we should see more of press conference from the religious leaders from the Southeast, from the governors from the Southeast, from the traditional leaders from the Southeast, and from anybody from the Southeast. Some of you called in that day, questioned me, disagree and all that. No, we can't do that. We can't do this. Some of you also went on by saying to be a disgrace to the Igbo people to do that. We argued, we agree, we move on. You see, today, I was happy to see a press conference from some of the concerned Southeasterners. This is what I'm talking about. When I'm saying these guys are listening to us, Sometimes you guys are not aware the power that you have coming here to pass your messages all the time. They are listening to us. So, my people, I'm going to play this video right now. You know, they went on telling Tinubu to please release Nnamdi Kanu. They went on in Yoruba language, in English language, in Hausa language, even in Igbo language. So I'd like us to listen to this video quickly, then we move on to talk about airpeace today. I have some video that we need to recapitulate and reference to, then we can start talking. But meanwhile, I'm not going to be here for so long. Our visibility is even low right now, and maybe because we came late, and you know, there are so many broadcasts that is currently going on right now, but we're not going to stay here for too long as well. So depend on whoever, how many people that joined us, we're just going to take it and end the show like that. But meanwhile, let's quickly listen to this one, then we'll take it from here. God bless you all.
Nnamdi Kanu. On veut plus Nnamdi Kanu, c'est political fugitive ni. So àwọn tó ń cash out lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Nnamdi Kanu, àwọn ló pọ̀ ju ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ Nnamdi Kanu lọ. Kó bá wo ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, kó fojú àánú wo ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. That you should have mercy. You should look at the issue with a merciful eye. Because Nnamdi Kanu is just a political fugitive. And thank God, today, we have a president who is down with every issue of incarceration. He himself was once in that situation. He almost lost his life in Nigeria Republic when Abacha was president of Nigeria. He was almost killed. It's the same issue, the same situation, Nnamdi Kanu. So we are here as concerned citizens of Nigeria, from all walks of life, from all crimes, all everywhere in Nigeria. We have our Igbo brothers here, our Hausa brothers here. We are all here appealing as concerned, appealing to Nnamdi Kanu. This issue is not an Igbo issue. It's an issue of Nigeria. It's a national issue. This man Nnamdi Kanu, if you meet him one-on-one, the pain he's going through. He has lost a lot of resources. What happened to him in Kenya? If you were there, if you watch the video and you read the papers, what happened to him? He was beaten to stupor. And since then has been in jail. So we are appealing to our president who is very much conversant with the terrain of incarceration such as this. Thank you very much.
A Hausance an ce ba a cin gari sai da mai gari. Kuma na san cewa shi shugaban kasar mu Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu lokacin na deko shi ma ya wuce irin wannan halin. Kuma ya san yanda abin yake zafe mutane. Muna roƙon shi saboda ubangijin Allah dan darajar Annabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya fitar da mazin Nnamdi Kanu sai Najeriya ta samu sukuni. Na gode.
Thanks for checking out Symphony on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.
All right, guys. To be honest, what is going on right now is not nice. If we have to say it how it is, I've said it so many times. It looks like even you know, I don't know how to put it on because I don't want to offend anybody. Even the people I'm fighting for, some of them are not even attacking me. You know, I don't know. This is not nice. It's not nice to leave Nnamdi Kanu there. I for me personally, I don't want that guy to die in prison. Some of you attacked me yesterday, saying that what Nnamdi Kanu did, somebody did it in some maybe Ukraine. I don't know. Somebody wrote it on the comment or the public comment section that I shouldn't. In fact, I don't want to read it because it was a terrible comment and all that. You know, listen, guys. Let's see people occupy the street peacefully to beg Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. We could not let this man die for prison. That's why I know I reach. We could not let this man die for prison. But meanwhile, I'm going to go straight to another topic that I have here for you guys. As you all can see on the screen, you know, this one is from Onyema, the airpeace boss. You know, it all cry comment. I'd like also quickly reference to this particular video first. Because it looks like the man, they face situation in our own country. At the same time, he's facing a lot of problem in the UK as well. So let's play this video quickly and take it from here. Listen to this video.
What happened yesterday at the international airport when our own aircraft landed. Thank God I was there. This thing had happened before. We reported to FAN. And let me excuse the leadership of FAN here. Mrs. Olubumi Kuku is doing fantastically well. Himself and the director of air operations, Captain Ablahi Mahmoud, they are pained. They are pained with the wickedness in the system. Civil servants. The wickedness in the system is thinking. Your only carrier doing international operations in Nigeria would land and you keep us somewhere in the bush, disused side of the airport, and expect us to be busing passengers, bringing rickety buses to come and take international passengers to the new terminal, where these foreign airlines rejected when they opened. It was Airpeace, because it's my country, that decided to go in there. They begged Airpeace to do that. We went in there. When they did the runway, they wanted to do runway analysis after the lighting. It was Airpeace Nigeria begged. They didn't have money to fuel a 777. A 777 consumes about 8,800 liters of fuel per hour. It was Airpeace they brought to come and test it. We even told them, let's use our smaller planes because of the cost. They said, no, it's the 777 they will need. We did it free of charge. I don't want to enumerate things we've done for both the government and people of this country. Now, the new airport, you will park us 2 kilometers away from the terminal. Then you expect us to be doing bus, whatever. That plane that landed yesterday, it would have taken about 6 hours for people to exit that airport. Because first of all, they put us near Nako Shed, very far. Nobody is using that end. No aircraft, not even foreign or local, nothing there. That was where they told my pilot to park. Meanwhile, C-23 at the new terminal was open, where you can just park the aircraft and the Avio Bridge will key in. And when my captain called, they said they reserved it for a foreign airline. Quote me.
At the expense
of a Nigerian airline.
A Nigerian airline?
Yes, they did it before. They did it before. One of my captains, Captain Kalisto Sifai, disobeyed them. And they wanted to punish him. I came out. And Olubumi Kuku and his team, his management, criticized that. In fairness to her, they criticized that. Now it happened again yesterday. Our aircraft from London was to be parked in one bush 2 kilometers or so, or 1.5 kilometers to our terminal. Full flight. Full flight. So imagine the time it would take to take people from that place to the terminal building. Imagine the time it would take to offload before you start going into the carousel that are not even working very perfectly okay. It would have been taking about 9 hours. Nigerians would have hated Airpeace because they wouldn't know. And that was the game. So you are contending not with external conspiracies. There are internal conspiracies within Nigeria. Some Nigerians they are praying that we fail. But the good thing is that nobody is God. And the good thing is that 90% of our countrymen and women are very happy. That's our consolation. But there are people out there, but they are in the minority, so negligible. I don't even bother about them because they cannot scratch Airpeace. Whatever they write or whatever they do cannot scratch this airline. But it happened yesterday. And when the woman discovered it, she was livid with rage. I mean, the MD of FAN. So, but look at what I did. I called my operation control center who could reach the pilot because I couldn't connect with the pilot. I called my OCC. I told them, tell that pilot not to move that aircraft. Block that taxiway. No airline in the world would have been able to park yesterday. And that was what happened. British Airways landed. That was when they started making moves to tell us to go to where we rightly belonged. And remember, this woman had said on television, they had that, when she said that a place had been dedicated for Airpeace as the home airline. When you go to Britain, you have an entire Terminal 5 for beer. Then in my own country, some civil servants or some people didn't see. And the DG of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority was on board my aircraft. About 4 senior staff of NCA were on board of that aircraft. And he had to go because they delayed the flight about 30 minutes. Standing in one place for 30 minutes. What kind of country is this? So when the DG who was on board contacted the captain to know what is happening, and I think he went into the cockpit, and they called the people in tower, the airport control people. And the captain told the airport control that even the DG of NCA is on board this aircraft. And the guy said, and so what? That will show you some people's determination not to, they don't see beyond their noses. But that wickedness will not last. And
I guess so now, here I'm right. This is pathetic. This is so sad. Okay, at this moment now, Airpeace boss, Onyema is facing a lot of stress from his own country, Nigeria, and he's facing a lot of stress from international body, UK, as well. So you know what that means. He went on by saying, which the other one that I'm going to play right now, that their mission is to take him out of the business. They are trying to take him out of the business. Let's listen to the other video here. Maybe you will understand much better on this.
conspiracy. All of a sudden, people are airlines are underpricing. Underpricing. That is below the cost.
That's in the space of 1 month.
Yes, not up to a month. One other airline was advertising $100. Another one $305, $350. This, if you fill up the entire aircraft and carry people on the wings, it's not even enough to buy your fuel. So why are they doing that? Their governments are supporting them. Their governments are supporting them because Nigeria has been a cash cow for everybody. Their governments are supporting them.
They come here, they fleece the country, and they even have opportunity to fly just around the country.
Yes.
The way you will not, as a
doing their country.
you're not doing that.
So their governments are supporting them to do this and take a piece out. The idea is to take a piece out. And the moment they succeed in taking a piece out, Nigerians will pay 20 times over. Once again, it's going to happen if, God forbid, they're able to take a piece out. Because what is happening now is scary. And of course, even in Gatwick where you are you given 100% cooperation? Let me tell you this. On the first day, on the inaugural flight out of London.
The painful part of all this is that if this man, they managed, like he said, they managed to take him out. Now you and I go still suffer this thing. You don't go affect him. He go carry all his plane, he go sell them. The international ones, he go sell them. He go to do locally. That is fly across Nigeria as they do before. Just imagine. He mentioned the word that I always use here, that they are waiting for him to fail. Like I always, you guys know I use that word all the time. There's some satanic set of people who that you join us or you're listening to us. What they are looking for, they are just patiently waiting for you to fail. Billionaires still they cry. Yes, not the only poor people they cry. Billionaires see they cry. This man have been crying now for the past couple of weeks. In fact, he has been crying for the past couple of years, which you and I don't know. Now, recently, we can't hear he cry now, right? They are doing everything possible. They are fighting him in Nigeria. They are fighting him in United Kingdom. They are fighting him everywhere. He's literally alone right now. Other airlines have reduced their air price drastically. BA that were flying from 1,005, 1,004 pounds have reduced it to 300 pounds, 200 something pounds, 100 something pounds. Just imagine. Why normally where they grow come and they hear this popular saying that say if outside they pursue you, they go. Now house you go wrong come, right? But why can't be say outside they pursue Onyema, house still they pursue him at the same time? Now something bad this man do say making rescue Nigerians from paying exorbitant price on flights. Now bad thing. Why do we hate ourselves so much? Why do we hate ourselves so much? It's crazy. I don't know how to understand. In fact, let's finish this video.
Because what is happening now is scary. And of course, even in Gatwick where you are you given 100% cooperation? Let me tell you this. On the first day, on the inaugural flight out of London, 24 hours to the time, they moved us to another check-in area other than the place assigned to us. The place they gave us, the carousel was not working. So when you check in people, you need to manually carry the load to go to 50 meters away to go and drop it somewhere else, just to delay you. No other airline faced that.
Frustrate your operation.
Exactly, no other airline faced that.
And the fact that
they can even use your ground handlers.
They didn't even allow you they didn't permit you to land in Heathrow, to operate in Heathrow.
Of course, that one is, they will tell you no slot. Even Gatwick, when we got to Gatwick, we now said, okay, let us take Gatwick. They say, oh, no slot available. When we pushed and pushed, they gave us scattered slots. Today, 3 p.m., next day, 2 a.m., the next day. Who does that?
This is sad. This is very, very sad. You know, to be honest, my people, I would like us to move on. Let me post out a link. You know, someone just drew my attention now to our title. I'm so sorry that we did put that properly. Let me quickly sort that out. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sometimes when you are rushing like this, things like this happen. You know, thank you. Now God bless you, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Yes, this is one of the things we like here. Please always draw our attention to our wrongs, because it's not easy. We are just human beings. You know, it's not easy to do this. You know, please press on the like button and help us to share. All right. You know, let's do this. I'm going to post out a link right now for those of you that want to join this discussion. You know, while I still have one more to go, still have one more. That is article now. Videos, we are done. For those of you that want to join us, please click on the link and join us now, because once I read this article, you know, we can just start talking straight away. But let me take this article quickly so that we can move on. Bear with me, guys. Let me put this article on your screen. It's still Onyema again. It's crazy. Okay, as you can see right there, Lagos-London flight, Nigerian Airlines must be united to compete with foreign carriers, says Air Peace chairman. The guy is speaking. He's really, really speaking. You know, so it's crazy. So for me, that so many things there which so many he talk for a year, not be small, but I don't want to read more. You know, you see, so many things we talk for a year. He explained more here than even the video. So, but still, I'll just leave the headline. You know, let me quickly accept the people that is already here with us so that we can take this with us. You know, let me take another article quickly. Thank you very much, my brother, Mr. Alex, for joining me. I'll join you. I'll come back to you shortly. Let me take another one here. As you can see right there, Nigerian policemen extort 100,000 naira from Cyprus returnee in Lagos after seizing his phone. Now, saying for there, so sad, but we thought we should report it. It's coming from Sahara Reporter. Let me quickly, I think I have just one more to go. Yes, as you all know what is currently going on right now over this Bobrisky thing. You know, let me quickly put this on screen before I come back to what I wanted to say. You know, let me put this on screen. You know, Bobrisky have been sentenced to 6 months. We talked about it yesterday. We are holding Bobrisky in a May facility. We will protect him from sexual predators. Correctional service officer. Now he talk this one. Say they go protect him. You know, not be small for voila. But meanwhile, let's come to what I want to talk about. According to them, Bobrisky was arrested because of, you know, let me put it here. Idris Bobrisky Okuneye, a cross-dresser who delights in adorning female outfit, will be kept in the May session of the prison facility throughout his 6 months imprisonment. People's Gazette has reliably learned from officials of the Nigerian Correctional Service. Okay, now I have a video to tally this up. Let's come to this particular video here. Yes, Mr. Jonathan, I can see you. I'll accept you shortly. Bear with me. Okay, let's come to this particular video here. Because when we talk about our country sometimes, about our law and many other things that they are being selective, some of you would think that we just want to talk. Now, if you want to talk about people who really they spray this money, what they talk so. See them. Now, there are two with this. See them. Obi Kubana and Chief Priest Kubana. And EFCC not there, go arrest them. You see, although I'm not in support on whatever Bobrisky is doing or whatever, but I stand for the truth. It's just like somebody were telling me the other day, oh, you are not supporting what Nnamdi Kanu is doing, but you are advocating for him to be released. Because yes, you cannot lock somebody up while others have been released. That's me. I don't need to support what you are doing. If you want everybody to be punished or penalized, punish everybody at the same time. But you being selective, that is what I call practicing of nepotism and favoritism. That is what is happening right now. The FCC could not dare to go arrest these people. They not arrest. Okay, let me read the headline quickly. As you can see there, from Kubana brothers to Ned Nwoko's wife, how EFCC ignore Nigerian elites, misuse of Naira to unleash nightmare on Bobrisky, other everyday citizens. They don't feel arrest these people now. See people where they really waste money. They don't bring their face come out now. You know? But unfortunately, I don't want to read that more because I just want to leave it there. But I don't fit there as these people question. So now country, you and I did so. If we really need to be, you know, sincere to ourselves. Now country with your day, so we be say these guys are being selective how they take their own decisions. This is not fair. So my people, thank you very much. This is all we have for you today. I'd like us to start talking. I only have 2 people on the panel. I'll post out a link again for those of you that want to join us to join us. But if nobody's joining us, I'll allow the 2 people to speak. Then we end the show. Now, God bless you, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you right there. I appreciate you all for your time with us. In case I didn't mention your name, but I want you to understand that I appreciate you. I appreciate your time with us as well. Let me take some calls quickly. Thank you very much, Lord of God is my strength, madam. Thanks for calling in. Please talk to us. 3 minutes. Thank you.
I quickly really pick up this phone because I'm really upset. I'm really upset to this Nigeria behavior. LPs has come out to help us. LPs has come out to help Nigerians. This man has been putting himself, his finances, everything in line to help Nigeria. What is wrong with us? Why are we against our own and we will call ourselves one country? That is one thing I love about Americans. I'm sorry I didn't greet. Oh, I'm really sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
We
on
understand.
The panel comment section. Please, it's so upsetting. America, they call it United America. They stand together. Somebody from Texas will support somebody from Orlando, everywhere in America. They stand together. They call themselves America. What is wrong with us? Yes, we speak different language. Why are we doing this to ourselves? And we are talking that one thing, do one thing. Everything, this language barrier in Nigeria is causing big problem. Who is against it for people? What have they done? They've done nothing to anyone. Please allow these people to live. You cannot curse who God has not cursed. These people, they are blessed. They don't have any enemy in them. Where is everybody fighting them? Where is everybody wanting to bring them down? What this man has done for Nigeria, this LP's man, nobody from one part of Nigeria has done it. He has gone all his way so that Nigeria can suffer. But you people, when you are hiding your witch and your wizard, you want to bring him down. You people will not bring him down, no. It's enough. I'm really upset. What are we going to do to say the women when they gave him in God Creek, when they gave him overnight, they changed it. And gave him a place that cannot operate. People were carrying their load on their head. Why are we like this? And later we will say Nigeria cannot break. It's not negotiable. But you people are the one breaking it. It's enough. Quickly, let me go to Bobrisky. What Bobrisky is doing is us. Yes, I don't like it. But it does not mean that when we see two, we will not speak about it. It's not only Bobrisky, Idris. It's not the only one that is throwing money on the floor. We see it, but every other people, they do it. Why is it that it is the only one that went to prison for this act? It is wrong. There's no equality in Nigeria when it comes to punishment. Some people are special. Some people they will take them away from punishment. Nigeria, we need to change our behavior. It's not nice. And quickly, let me talk about Nnamdi Kanu. I think it's night time now that we should look at what to do. Maybe to organize ourselves in protest so that they will know that we are serious about Nnamdi Kanu, so that they can free this man to go. They free Sunday Gowo, they free Showore. What else again do they want from Nnamdi Kanu? They should leave him to go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, let me take Mr. Shimeze. We have you here. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us. You have 3 minutes. Yes, sir. 3 minutes. Please talk to us. Good evening to you, sir.
Yeah, that was good. Good afternoon. Good day. Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, that was. I think you talked about dollar yesterday. I was laughing at you. I know you've been sarcastic yesterday. I said, look at that was what he's saying. You know, you see that thing that man said. You see Nigeria. You know, I said something last time. When I was so angry about Nigerians that say, oh, dollar. I said, dollar is not their currency. Nigeria don't use dollar. It's not their currency. We use Nigeria use naira. Why so hard this? Every time dollar. That's the problem. I keep saying it. The way that man said, he said it all. And they don't know that we're just, they want to people. This government want to do something. They want to do something people will see and clap for them. That's what they're doing. And so Jonathan telling us, these people don't know what they're doing. And that is true. They don't know what they're doing. They just want the public to clap for them. That one aside. For people that are saying about the guy that speaks Yoruba in that conference or the meeting they are, he said something about Churumbu. You should remember when they jailed him at the Cotonou or so, Republic of Benin. For me, the only thing I will say there, that say in my Igbo, say, if means that if we cross a bridge, where's the river, you can say let the bridge crush so that nobody can pass it again. That's what that thing means. I will leave that one aside. Then, pertaining peace need to be very, very careful. Believe me, all these people, they don't like him. He need to be very careful. Ask yourself why companies are why are they moving out from Nigeria? Why are they moving? Because Nigeria is not working. It's not working. You can't have billions of naira or dollars business in Nigeria, and with this and with the way they run the country. If a real business person that bring his business there, no. Believe me, they will frustrate you. And that person can may go down.
Okay.
By the grace of God.
Thank you.
Babies need to be very careful, please. This flying on air is not moving. Even moving on the sea, moving on the ground. No place is easy. But please, you need to be careful.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
About people. You know why I say this, Elvis? The reason why I say this, please. You see this some people's mind are demonic and devilish. So they won't go and harm that man. I know where I'm going. Something to make poor. That's where I'm going. You need to be very, very careful because they will chase him, they will find him, they will anywhere, they will go to any length. You need to be careful.
Thank you.
That's the only thing I can say to him.
Thank you, sir. Your time don't pass since now. Why can't you work with time all the time, Mr. Shimize? Eh?
Please, will you permit
You know,
me?
but
Will
we
you not
cannot have a
shame us?
better Nigeria when we give time, we don't keep to it. See, I gave you 3 minutes. You are still you are 5 minutes now.
Okay, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay, what I want to say, the incident that happened with the junior pope, it's hard time. It's hard time. It's hard time. Nigeria will put stop on this. Not when someone die. Some people will use it to cash out. Instead of them to find solution for what happened, they will use it to cash out, making some rubbish, using a dead somebody to cash out. I think when something happens in anywhere, police need to man there. Anybody that find his phone recording need to seize that phone.
Exactly.
That's what I want to say.
Exactly.
Bye-bye,
I support that 100%. To be honest, my people, I think we mentioned this yesterday in terms of junior pope. I'm proud of myself. I understand some of you give me credit all the time, but I want to say, me particularly, I'm proud of myself. And those of you that is giving me credit, God bless you all. Because not everybody that open their mouth to give you your credit. Check it. Since where this guy died, check where any of my platform. Many of you know all my platforms where I post and put. People are cashing out on a dead body. I was discussing with somebody this afternoon. This is what we're discussing privately. I was like, oh my God. Do we still have human feelings at all? It doesn't look like. Everybody want to quickly post the video, make money. It's crazy. His fellow Nollywood colleagues are posting all his videos quickly. What are we running for? I don't want to divert this whole thing. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you. Let me call on the next person on the panel. Mr. Alex, thank you very much, my brother, for joining us. Please talk to us. Good evening to you. Mr. Alex, are you there? Okay, you are not there now. I think because you are not muting yourself. I think I need to come back to you. Let me go to Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, please, I would like you to talk to us. Good evening to you, sir. It's good to have you here with us today. Thank you, sir.
Hello, Mr. Elvis. How are you today?
Yes, I'm fine. Oh, thank you very much for always being here. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I greet everyone, all those that are the fellow panelists. I greet you, Mr. Alex, and all those that are in the comment section. I welcome everyone, and those that are watching. Thanks very much. Today, the video that you showed today regarding the man, that man, I know the man. I've kind of forgotten his name. He's an economist, and see, Nigeria has a diverse problem. All they know to do in Nigeria is oppressing, suppressing, just carrying out personal vendetta. That's the government. They are good at oppressing people, oppressing the citizens, suppressing them. They carry out personal vendetta through the instrument of their public offices. That they are very good at that. At that, they are very good. Implement policies that will bring growth to the country. That they can't do. They can't do that effectively. But to oppress and to suppress, wow. If that is what makes countries great, I can tell you Nigeria will be among the G7 of the world today. They are very good at that. But today, I am happy. The video that we presented today, I am happy, and I have been vindicated, not just by anyone, but by someone who knows exactly what he was talking about. He knows exactly what he was talking about. I've been vindicated. So when people come out, and many people, when it comes to this issue of naira, dollar, Nigerian economy, government policies, the problem, many people just don't know what they are talking about. But again, Everyone has right to his or her own opinion. But it's always good to put out the facts out there. Just put it out there so that people can understand. We can understand each other. We can learn from each other and understand each other better. He laid it out. He laid it out there. Everything he said is just in the money. The problems of Nigeria. That is our problem. We have our social problems, we have our security problem, but economic problem or problems, that's it. Everything they have been doing, you see yesterday, you still ask the question. Naira is now 1,000. It's now 1,000 naira to a dollar, and all the rest of it. You just have to keep calm for these people. As they are carrying out their economic voodoo. I've said it on this platform several times. It will just be today that, I just have to repeat myself again today. I have to outline it one by one again today because I've been vindicated by someone who knows what he's talking about, an economist who came out to say the truth. There are so many of them out there that they will not come out to say the truth. They will be misleading Nigerians. They know the truth, but they will not say it because of what they want to eat, because of this stomach infrastructure and psychophancy and all the rest of it. But this guy came out and he just laid it out. I hope the guy will be safe. They won't go after this guy. Everything they are doing will not work. Let's just say, and I said it on this platform again. In fact, I have to use my own personal experience. That is, I was trying to just for people to understand. My own private information, I brought it out. My person that I don't have to say it to anybody. I brought it out because it's so important for me that people should get it. I said I use my own money. I invest in this, their bond. I bought. This is a private thing. I don't have to say it, but in order for me to explain it for people to get it, I use my own money, personal money. I send it to Nigeria. I bought. Because it's 24.75%. Why will I not do that? Where you see it's free money. I also my own money there, where no matter how little it is part of the money Yemi Cardozo is using today. And so the billions that came from abroad because of 24.75%. Where will you see that end in the world? Is it in United States? Is it in Japan? Is it within the EU? Where? It is just like free cash. They are distributing it because they are desperate. They will give you, the people come up with that money. They come up with their dollar. And the arrangement is that after 6 months, I said 1 year, that they will have to pay this money back. And when they are paying this money back, just wait. Wait now. You people that are dancing now, people that are clueless, they don't understand. They will pay this money back. Because they will give these Europeans, they will give them their money back in dollars. See that dollars that they are using now. I don't know how low one can go to explain this. See that dollar that they are using now to bring down the dollar for the naira to appreciate. See that dollar that they are using now, they will need it back to give back to these Europeans. So some of them are 9 months, some of them are 1 year. They will give them, Yemi Cardozo must give them back their money. And it is not only their money, it is on top. Some, they made the arrangement of 20%, some 15%, some 18%. They will pay this money back with the interest on top of it. And the question becomes, when you now want to pay the money back, where will the dollar come from? Because you are not producing enough. You are not exporting enough. You are not injecting money, foreign currency in enough. So where will it come from? Then the pressure will come back on the naira, again on the naira. All the dollars that they have, they will start buying it back because they have to pay these people back. So a system, what they have done is not going to work. They just use it to, kind of settle the nerves, get people to settle down, bring down the pressure. They will pay this money back. That's the money, that's the dollar that came in. That's the dollar that they use now to support the naira. And that's why we're seeing it dropping. But when it is time for them to pay the money back, then we will know. That's number one. Number two, even all these dollars that these Europeans brought in now, about 2 billion approximately now, that they brought in, that they've now used, it's free, like a free cash. They now use free for now. The worst part of it is this. The man said about 44 trillion has been budgeted across Nigeria this 2024. The federal budget and all the state budget, if you put them together, something about 44 trillion naira. Half of this money will be looted. If you don't understand that, if you don't get that, then I have a bridge to sell for you, that in Nigeria of today, that half of that money will be looted. And they don't keep looted money in Nigeria. You will see all of them. They will now start running to the same bureau de change to change this naira to dollar. Just wait. When they start changing, let them start laying their hands on those budgets, on those budgeted money. Because the looted naira does not stay in Nigeria. The looted naira is converted to dollars and pounds and euros and siphoned out of Nigeria through connivance of the Nigerian banking industry. They will wire the money for them. Which dollar? Which pound? It is this European money that they brought now that they gave to Yemi Cardoso. They will take the money, they will take it back. So when it is now time for Yemi Cardoso to pay the Europeans back their money plus the interest, that is when, excuse me, that is when the chicken will come home to roost. They will now be running helter-skelter to get dollar. So that is the issue there. So don't let us be bamboozled when you see the naira, they bring it down to that 1,000, 1,200 level. Is going to be there for now. We shall see, as I said. And as I always say, the most important thing that I care about, and like the man that came out today, is a like-minded. And there are many Nigerians like that. In fact, millions of Nigerians like that have this same view. They are out there. So when the time comes, we will all be here. We will see what will happen. So that's what I would just say, with respect to that. Nigeria is unfortunately, that's where we have ourselves. It is the dollar, the demand for dollar is criminal. It is a criminal demand of dollar. They're not using it for anything, just the looted naira. They have to. Where will they put the like 22 trillion that they are going to loot in 2024? About 22 trillion naira will be looted out of this budget all across Nigeria. So you think the 22 trillion naira will sit in Nigerian banks? Even take 50% of that, 11 trillion will be converted to dollar and pounds. Where is it not all this dollar that Cardoso has gotten from these Europeans? So that is that. I'll leave that, for that for now. And then I'll come to Mr. Onyema. brought out the video of Onyema. I saw one of the two videos. I saw one of them earlier in the week. See, they are frustrating the man, from three different areas, three fronts. Is the attack is massive. The man is like that airline is like in a war zone, being attacked from three different directions. They are attacking him from the logistical side. They are frustrating him logistically. Earpiece will land. They will go and give them the gates that is way outside. In fact, there will be no carousel. They will have to be using hand to be carrying luggage or luggages. They are frustrating the airline logistically, so that people can come out and say they don't have good customer service or services, and then people will have to switch to other airlines. People will be having bad experiences. They are frustrating him logistically. They are frustrating him in the area of pricing by bringing down the price. All the other airlines, they drop their prices massively. So which means that Nigerians have been looted. The individual Nigerians that are traveling, they've been cheated upon for years by these foreign airlines. They don't care. They don't care. And these same foreign airlines, just look at it, they are part of our problem today. They are part of the reason why the Naira drops so much, because at the end of the day, they will sell this airline ticket 3-4 times over, and they will still want to change the Naira to dollar. So they are taking 2, 3, 4 times more dollar out of Nigeria that they should have taken. So they are putting more pressure on on the Nigerian currency. They are part of our problem. But now they have been forced to reduce the price. They want to frustrate him through pricing. They also want to frustrate him through government support, because their own government is supporting them. Where is our own government? I know they have done 1 or 2 things there, here and there, but this is the politics of it. This is where the government must come out firmly, openly, and speak out and support this airline, support this man, support his company. Because this is of these 3 areas that they are attacking him, this is the most important, the government supports. It is the Nigerian government that will speak out. They will speak out and they will take deliberate actions. If you undo this airline, you treat Earpiece this way, we will do the same to your own airlines here. Because at the end of the day, if you want to use the treatment you have given them, at the end of the day, you want to come out and say they don't have good customer service, therefore you want to discontinue their flight. It will not hold. It will not be tenable, because we know everything you are doing now is all deliberate. So it is the Nigerian government that must speak out and back this airline up. It is the duty of the Nigerian government, because if this Earpiece should fail on this international route, it will bite Nigeria so much. You see, we have not started at all. We're just talking about dollar, Naira. These airlines, all the money, all the prices that they drop, they will bring it back up again, and Nigerians will pay ×3.
Thank you.
3 times more. So it is on the government of Nigeria to do the needful, to come out openly, both within Nigeria and outside Nigeria, to support Earpiece. It is a matter of whatever it takes. That is the way I see it. It's a matter of whatever it takes for the Nigerian government. So I will. That's what I want to say on that. And then, but with Bobrisky, in fact, I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to use my own time or waste my time to talk about this guy. All I just know is that I know that he's just a scapegoat. I don't think they are going after the Naira, really him spending the Naira. I think they are going after his transgender, posture. That's what they are going after, and they are looking for a way to punish him and to use him as a scapegoat, because there are so many people that are misusing the Naira. If you want to do that today, and you want to apply the law equally, these cases will fill, the Nigerian court will be filled up with people that have done the same or even worse. So, Mr. Elvis, I'll leave it at that for now. And if there's any other opportunity,
Thank you.
I'll add more. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful submission. Thank you. God bless you, sir. Let's see if Mr. Alex can speak now, because we're calling him now for the past 2 years. He's not answering. Mr. Alex, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes,
can
we
you
can
hear
hear
me?
you now. To you. Please talk to us.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yeah, can you hear me?
We are hearing you. We are hearing you, Mr. Alex.
All right. Good evening, Mr. Najawash. I'm fighting my network here. It's not easy. I hope you guys can hear me.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Okay.
We can hear
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a battle here with a signal, but I'm just going to quickly continue. All right. Thank you. There is an intentional orchestration that Africa will never work. There is an intentional fight. Just the same way there's an intentional agreement, unwritten agreement by some people that Igbo man will not be president in Nigeria ever, but God will help us to overcome that. But there is an intentional activity on the ground going on that by Europeans and Americans, American government, especially business interests, business mogul, oil magnates. They are bent on saying that Africa will never work. When they say Africa, Nigeria, because the day Nigeria stands up, Africa will stand up, according to P.L. Lumumba. Watch African countries that want to stand up, they fight them with propaganda, they fight them, they label them all sorts of names, they call the leader terrorist, dictator, they say all sorts of things. It has happened in Libya, it has happened, even right now in Senegal, in Burkina Faso, they're calling that guy who is doing amazing things there a dictator, and yet they are going after his life. So the problem now is that if you look at the history, the Berlin Conference, where Africa was shared like a piece of bread by this Europe.
Mr. Alex, are you there? Mr. Alex, we can't hear you. Unfortunately, they don't attack him again. Let's wait and see if he's going to come in. It's very unfortunate. He's facing, you see, this is part of the things we are talking about. You are in Nigeria, nothing is working. Your network wahala, everything wahala. It's just everything to do with our country is stressful. But why? Why can't our leaders just do things right? At least. Eh?
They will pretend that everything is normal.
Exactly.
They just pretend. They do things as if things are normal when things are not.
Network, no, they work. If you they call, they go from there. Nothing, no road, no security, no healthcare, nothing. Tell me what is actually working in Nigeria, and that we can now say, okay, let's give credit to all the government that have ruled Nigeria.
And these are things that people paid for. It's not free. People paid for it. You pay for your internet. You won't get internet that is flowing, that is working well. You pay for electricity. You are paying for darkness. Everything.
It's just crazy.
It's not like, it's a socialist country where everything is free. People are just demanding, Father Christmas gifts every day or no. People are paying. Things are expensive, more expensive even than most countries that are working. Nigeria is even more expensive. That's why if you want to live 20 or 30% of the life that you are living abroad, you want to live it in Nigeria, you will be spending through your nose. You want to have that comfort, just 30% of the comfort that we have in the Western world. I want to take 30% of it so that I can enjoy that 30% in Nigeria. You will be spending, like mediocre services. That's what you'll be getting. You pay for internet, it's not going to flow very well. You pay for your electricity, you will barely get it if you have it at all. So you have to resort to solar system, or you have to resort to inverter, you have to resort to generator and be buying diesel like crazy, you know. Be buying diesel like I don't know. You see? And they pretend as if the country is normal. They will talk, they do things. I always say that. They always bring out things in Nigeria, they pretend as if things are working, as if, they will do it as if it's European Central Bank that is talking, as if it is the Bank of England that is talking, as if it is the Federal Reserve in the United States that is talking, or the Bank of Canada that is talking. No, it is not. You can't use those things they are doing in the West and say you want to apply the same thing in Nigeria with the people that we have there, with their intent. Their primary intent is to steal. Steal as much as possible. Steal as much as they can. All the money they are loot. If they don't loot, how will they bribe? If they don't loot, how will they continue? How will they perpetrate themselves in public offices? They have to loot, because their shortcomings will be so clear for everybody to see. So people will say, no, you can't remain. You can't stay here. You can't remain to be in this office. But they will use money to continue to perpetrate themselves in those offices. So they got to loot. They got to continue to loot. They got to continue to steal the commonwealth of Nigeria. Of Nigeria. It's just so terrible, in that country. Until they do the needful, until the needful is done. That's why the likes of that's why the issue of I was waiting to hear Mr. Alex to talk about the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, but unfortunately we couldn't hear him. I believe other people.
Okay, let's see if we can hear from Madam Bella Naomi quickly, sir. Thank you very much. Madam Bella Naomi, thank you very much, ma, for joining us. Good evening to you. It's good to have you on the show.
Okay, are you hearing?
Yes, ma. Please talk to us.
Okay.
Thank you, ma.
I want to greet my people, my lovely people of Nigeria Watch. Everybody, I don't want to mention them all, so I want to greet them. Now me, una daughter, Bella Naomi, Vivian. Wetin I want to talk for this matter be say, when I know best, so if I want to speak big grammar, that was they use the deceive us. So I don't want to talk big grammar. Wetin I want to talk be say, first of all, service. I want to appreciate you, really, from the bottom of my heart. I want to appreciate you, and I want to appreciate you, Mama D. Ije Ekelori Aje Osa Adebawe. Wetin I want to talk for this matter be say, no, Bobrisky, they be as you get. May I use myself to do example? When my son, he talk say, want go do tattoo. Now I tell her, say, if you go do tattoo, if you do one, no come this house again. That is my son. I tell him, Kevin. Now I tell him, say, it's not good. Our Nigeria problem, me get fabrica for Nigeria. I dey pay. At the end, I was having 9. Now they are 4. Light no day. Nothing. You spend more than what you earn. So which kind of Nigeria be that one? Which kind of Nigeria be that one? Me, I know the Nigeria. If my oga dey listen to me, and my oga is Tinubu now, that be the president. Make they listen. He dey bomb people. If they burn people, it's burn everybody. How can we make that country grow? Number one. How can we? How can we? If you do small thing, at the end, are you the oh no, it's not fair. I'm not there Nigeria, but you know, I bet man I always so when people they talk sometimes, they are not greedy, but they say what like I'm talking now. Excuse me, make somebody hear. This one I know that Nigeria for me. Eh, the other today's Saturday. On Tuesday, my children get correct carry passport. Never ask them, where now they go? Maybe we just get we won't go Nigeria. Nigeria. I thank God I not get issue with anybody. If I dey waka for street for Nigeria, I'm free. But how can we help this Nigeria? How can we? We dey talk here every day. Every day. This lady, I don't even come online because when I listen to some things, I go bed. I go dey think am, dey think am, dey think am. I no fit carry people for Nigeria. But if my country is Nigeria, I go change my country. The way things are going. Okay, let me go to Nnamdi Kanu. It not be Mandela. Oh. Mandela spent 30 years if I don't make the mistake. It not be Mandela. So if they vote make they release them at the end, agbode atemata. Matter when I it might even look I didn't even know what he did. Why is there? The thing. I don't know. Make the release and make come out because now human being. How many years we go stay for this life? If you just stay too long, it's 100. If you stay too long, the trainer, he did there. You know, they receive a free breeze. You know, they receive for what? I don't even know. Anyway, so I'll be sorry, you know.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You know, I dey talk as it's in my body. That's why they talk my own. Sorry, sir. If I just carry go.
No. Everything where you talk, man. Nah, exactly how you supposed to talk and as you to talk. You know, the
That's why
situation.
they pay me. That's why they think I'm inside myself. Now they talk. But what I want to talk, let me finish my conclusion now.
Okay.
My president, Tunubu, even that I was calling you Thief Nubu because you are Thief Nubu. Anyway, my conclusion is that, please, sir, I'm making appeal to him now. My president, I beg, sir, we need a big, very, very big help. Not in Edo, not in Nigeria. We need a big help. If you can't give it to us, let's just share it. Because if we start from Edo side, we just share to 4 places. We can carry ourselves together. But this way is not going. It's very painful. I don't finish. Thank you, sir, for accepting me to say what I want to say. Thank you, sir, Elvis.
Thank you very much, Madam Bella Naomi in the building. Thank you, man. We appreciate you. Now, once in a while, you join us for here. We don't say
yes, so
thank you.
Now there they run my side.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I greet everybody.
Mr. Elvis.
Yes, sir.
You know, with respect to Nnamdi Kanu, what they did today, the press conference where they came together. You know, I saw both. As a group of people, they all came together to speak with one voice and to demand for one thing, which is the release of Nnamdi Kanu. You know, it's an indication that in Nigeria they are listening. So when we're talking here, it's not that we're wasting our time.
Exactly.
we're not wasting our time. They are listening. You see, in Kanu, for them, they have no reason, and they know themselves that there are no reasons for holding Nnamdi Kanu till today. There is no singular reason other than political agenda. That's all. It's a political agenda. You can only solve it through a political channel. It is not through this legal prosecutorial channel that you are just playing game. But unfortunately, you are playing game with the life of a man. You have deprived him of his life going 4 years now, and you continue to do so. If you since 2018, it's not like even when it was rendition, criminally rendition from Kenya to Nigeria. And I'm waiting. You know, Nigeria, as I said, we always like to do things normal when we know it is not normal. I know that maybe next week or so, thereabout, I know the former Chief Justice of Kenya is coming to Nigeria. And I hope that maybe they will ask him. He's going to talk. Maybe there will be opportunity for people to ask him about this from his own country, or whether what the country did, what their participation in the rendition of Nnamdi Kanu is legal or not. I really want to know what their former Chief Justice will say when it comes to Nigeria. I hope Nigerian journalists will just be bold enough, if they have the opportunity, to confront him and ask him that question. I'm waiting for that. Because, see, at the end of the day, as I always say, they are only looking for the political moment. Mr. Tinubu is looking for he knew, as he knew before, even now, comfortably is aware that Nnamdi Kanu is a free man. There is no reason to hold him. But what he's doing now is that he's waiting for the political moment. Some people have said he had some, allegedly that he had some arrangement with the North. It's part of the arrangement he had with the North before he could get their support in 2023. Well, I see it more that he himself has his own agenda, and his own agenda is that that's the reason why, during the campaign we missed the opportunity. We just all of us missed the opportunity. But on top of it is the Nigerian media. But again, I won't really blame them completely, because this man never made himself available for questioning during the campaign, because these are some of the questions that all the candidates should have, because Nigerians we like to pad stuff, we like to pretend and put things under the table. We know the real thing, but they will not say it. These are real fundamental questions that all the candidates will have been asked openly. What will you do with Nnamdi Kanu if you get to office? Will you continue? Will you follow the rule of law? Will you obey the decision of the court? Those are the things that we need to. Those things that these people should have been asked and made them to be accountable for. But none of these things happened. So you can't hold them accountable now, because he didn't say anything. As per Nnamdi Kanu, politicians in Nigeria, when it comes to election time, everybody will just be gyrating all over. It's a time to make money. It's a time to make money. Some people will even say the only way they will vote for you, the only way you will get our vote during this election, single issue. There are millions of people that they only have one single issue voter. They will tell you that I don't care what you will do with the naira. I don't care whether you will steal all the money in Nigeria. I don't care. But this one, I want to know, what will you do with respect to Nnamdi Kanu? Will you obey the court decision? Will you follow the rule of law? Will you release him? I want to know. That is my own. I don't care any other thing. That is the only reason why I will either support you or not support you. And by the time the candidate is saying that, wow, I'm going to lose a lot of votes here because of this matter, he will reposition himself. He will be properly guided and advised that, look, you got to reposition yourself. Even you have to speak political, correctness one way or the other, but you know that you will be held accountable on this matter. But we don't do that in Nigeria. We just don't do that, unfortunately. This Nnamdi Kanu matter should have been settled during the 2023 campaign. It should have been settled during the 2023 campaign, completely settled. It should have been completely settled. But it's Nigeria, what is it? What can we do? This is where we find ourselves. But I do know one thing for sure, that things are no longer the same in Nigeria. Things have changed. Things have completely changed. I mean, in terms of election, people are more open-minded. People now are better positioned to put their leaders, to put them to account, bring them to account. Not when they get to government, before they get to government, before the election. That is when you have to put them to account. But it's like they get it free. When you get something cheap, you're not going to respect that thing. Anything that you acquire cheaply, no effort, it was so easy for you to get it, you're not going to cherish it or respect. That's the way politics is in Nigeria. They get into these offices so cheaply, and that's why they don't care. Aside from the money that they spent, which they know that they are going to recoup it back once they get into office. But the people, they have no respect for the people at all. Zero respect. That's why the lives of Nnamdi Kanu is still languishing there. Because if they have respect for the people, even the Eastern Bloc, the vote from that region alone should have compelled any leader. Even if I'm going to get 15% or 10% from this region, it will add up to my vote. And it will begin to change the narrative from that part of the country. So even if you are going to do it for political reasons, go ahead and do it. Because you are holding him for political reasons anyways. Why not release him on political ground as well? Solve this matter politically and let this man go. I just don't see any reason. You think if you release Nnamdi Kanu today, Nigeria is going to fall, or Nigeria is going to, all hell is going to break loose? Of course not. You will continue in your with your government. Your government will continue. But because you want to hold grip of the people, you don't want any dissenting opinion. You don't want people from one region of the country to be openly or to be backing one man over you. That's why you continue to hold the man. So for me, I think what they did is in line, is fine, is okay, but we'll see how they will go. We'll see how and you have always said on this platform that you believe that Mr. Tinubu will release Nnamdi Kanu. Well, you are a man of hope. I pray that will happen. But for me, I see Mr. Tinubu as a politician that is waiting for that political moment, that it will be advantageous, to him or for him to release Nnamdi Kanu. I think that is what he's waiting for. There's no any other reason. He can take the decision today, and tonight Nnamdi Kanu will be out. He can do that, but he's a politician, and that's what he's looking for. He's looking for the political capital. But I've said before, I said if you think he's going to get any political gain, there will be none. There will be none for him. You just have to do the needful and let this man go. Mr. Elvis, are you there?
Yes, so I did here.
Okay.
I was just waiting for you to round up because we are going to finish on time because today nobody joined us because there are so many broadcasts going on right now. They say Peter Obi is somewhere and many others. And it's Saturday as well. So I would like us to finish on time, a maximum of 2 hours. At least let me achieve that for once.
Okay, I will make sure I'll make sure you achieve it, but because now the ball is in your court to round up then on time.
Yes,
The
exactly.
thing is that when you are rounding up, you just see some people they'll just chip in right away. And
No,
then
no. I don't want them to come anymore. It's too late now. I want us to round up on time. But let me pick this call. Quickly. Love God is my strength. Thank you very much, ma, for calling in. Please talk to us.
Today, so I go quick talk.
Okay.
Quick. Yeah, Nigeria, there's something that you say that I really support you. You see, this Pope Junior, the Junior Pope that died.
Yeah.
The way our Nigerian people are putting this man picture everywhere, talking about him. I'm really angry. This afternoon, I was just asking myself, why not give this boy respect? Why not give his widowed wife respect? This woman will be going through a lot now. But our people, they are talking using this man to make money on internet. No respect for the dead anymore in Nigeria. They will see somebody die. This man was taken from the water. They did not have the idea to press his chest to bring out water. The next thing, they are snapping picture. What have we become? What is happening in this country? The interest of money has made us to lose our senses. We have no sense of honor. We have no sense of sympathy, no empathy in our life. We need to stop. All these bloggers, they are not using dead body to make money. I should let them know they can hear me. Everything they are doing is vanity upon vanity. It is Junior Pope now. Tomorrow, who knows the person that is going to be the next? That's the way they are going to take your picture to be slapping all over the internet. Nigeria, stop this long throat of money. It's too much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it's true. What the madam said now is true. Nigeria,
it's crazy.
There's no respect at all. At least the family, you need to give the family some respect and give them time. Even if you are still going to do this, you give them time. Before you other than announcing it and bringing it out to people, the story. That's all. But adding to it, trying to make money. Some people, what they just want to get is views. I think you said it the other day that, in fact, you decided not to do that because you even heard the news way before, But some people, even if they hear that is it. They don't have anything. They don't have content. They don't know how to go about it. They are just looking for opportunity, things like this, just to get views, attract attention, and not. And at the end of the day, when they are talking, what they are talking about will not even add up. It will not even make any sense. Most of these places. Yes, I saw one of such yesterday. What they are even talking does not even.
It's crazy, man.
It doesn't even make sense.
Mr. Jonathan, one thing you must understand is this. Like I said so many times on this platform, not be say now we good pass or now we no pass, but there are some things you don't supposed to do. I have a first-hand information on what happened for the Nollywood. I talked to people, the top people. I called, I asked questions. What did they sup? What did happen? Not true? Say yes, not true. I say Jesus. So I could have just started posting or come on air to say my people breaking news. So I refused it.
Yeah.
See now, see our title, now see name for it. But what is wrong with our people? Percy die. In fact, I don't want to go there, Sha. We'll just leave her, man. This is Nigeria. This is where we find ourselves.
Exactly. Where we find ourselves.
Yeah, we Mr. Jonathan, as you talk on just now, two people don't come join now. I don't understand how you to do this.
You see, yesterday. Let me tell you this. Yesterday, because I said, Mr. Elvis, I said you've been on the broadcast for hours. You see, when two Nigeria came yesterday, I wanted to take him on, and I knew that if we do that, we might end up being here for another 2 hours. But I just listened to you, and I said, you got to end the broadcast.
My
so
2
that
hours,
because
so I say make I shift today, Nana. Mr. Odua
because
go carry come, Mr. Ike go carry come.
you know, you see on Saturday, you know, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, it was like this, and I said, Mr. Elvis, it is like this, the silence before the storm. You know, before the storm, there will be quiet, everywhere will be quiet. Right after it's going to be storm.
But if you not join for that beginning, you not sure say for don't come on since. If everybody is waiting for the quiet and the song, or song quiet,
before you know it, this Saturday night go come spend 6 hours.
see another person don't come. See. What will be this now? Today was
Mr. Elvis, you cannot run away from your shadow. You cannot run away from your shadow. Stay there.
No, Mr. F. Emmanuel, I just say make I achieve 2 hours to do and not agree. 2 hours. Wow. Anyway, thank you, my people. Once I don't see person for the backstage, I can't refuse anybody. I appreciate you all, but I would like us to hear from Mr. Odua. Mr. Odua, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, sir. I beg, talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Naja Wash.
Thank you, sir.
All the panelists, commenters, listeners, viewers, good evening, all Nigerians. For me, I don't have much to say. I only just come because of this title. Because this is where you see Mr. Dr. Guru talk about unity yesterday, I believe yesterday. We are talking about unity. Me, I always say these things. Despite that I don't speak big grammar or make my voice not to be recognized. But anyhow, as a Nigerian man who have a language of my origin, I'm supposed to be using my own language, the Nako dialect. So I have to use the dialect of British, of England to talk. Well, anyway, I don't really know how many airlines that they have in Nigeria, or that Onyema is not telling the rest to collaborate, to join together, so that they cannot take Nigeria air out of the London and the whatever ways of Europe or whatever journey. For me, I know what unity can do in a business. That is why I said yesterday, I've been there for yesterday, that nobody have ever go to China store and find one person selling, doing everything, the writing and all. Except you find that in only Africa or especially Nigerian businesses. That is what you see, that the only one person want to be the distributor, want to be the retailer, want to be the wholesale, you want to be the attendants, you want to be the secretary. It is only we. And we claim wiseness, educated, awareness, and whatever we believe. But for me, I said, when it was even having, when we just brought it out the other day, that for him to even register alone was difficult. I used Dangote as an example. During the Ambassador time, Dangote was the one shipping rice, shipping beans, shipping cocoa, shipping water, shipping ice block, shipping everything was Dangote. I said, it is not only Dangote that has that business, but they just put Dangote as figurehead. Dangote refinery can tell people how that it is not Dangote that owns that refinery, but Dangote name is just sitting there. Nigeria government who could not face worry or whatever refinery we have in our side in Nigeria, give billions to Dangote to build refinery. This our central bank, whatever name they call the man who make Nigeria to be buying their own money in their country, give billions of money to Dangote, automatically told you that it is not Dangote who owns the refinery. That they just put him there and be pumping money into it. But Onyema, it is only his money that is investing on this airline. And there are people who are doing businesses with these people. There are Nigerians, because I've not said people, there are Nigerians who are doing businesses with all these foreigners, collecting money from them, making Nigeria to go bankrupt and make Nigeria to cry in anguish, make Nigerians who travel to pay through their nose and their nyash and their leg before they can be able to enter any flight of any other countries. So Airpeace is taking food out of these people matter. How did you expect that they will allow him? This is why I said, let him open the badge for all Nigerians to be a shareholder of this company and see, even if it is just 500 naira that he want to be paying from London to Nigeria, if anybody can take him out of business. But when people refuse to go through the right way in understanding the way of business, because for those who read business can understand about my explanation, or those who read home economics, let me use this way. Those who read home economics can understand that there is strategies in putting your house together. Before your house can be beautiful as you desire, you need paint, you need chair, so it is of different groups that come together that make your house to become quality that you want. So let Onyema did the same thing, because it is not only Dangote that holds those business we are hearing Dangote. It is the Nigeria government. Okay, let's check. Even when late Yaradua came into power, he borrowed more Nigeria money and give to Dangote. Why isn't only Dangote all of them are giving those things to? Why are they not giving it to another person? Because they are the one who owns the interest of that bank, of those company. But Dangote name is just written. Let Onyema name be written on this flag, but let the whole Nigeria own this Airpeace and see if anybody can bring it down. That is only what I came to say. So this is the power of unity and the strategies of business. Thank you.
Mr. Harris, are you there?
Hello, can we hear me? Is
yes,
anybody there?
Mr. Odua, thank you, sir. God bless you. Thank you very much for your submission. Thank you, sir. Mr. I, please, I'd like you to talk to us. It's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, sir.
Mr. Harris, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to, Mr. Odua's comment. When he talked about the Nigerians for Mr. Onyema to take Airpeace public. It's a good idea. But you know why the man is not doing so? The reason why Onyema is not doing so, I'm not in his mind, but from a business standpoint, if I were him, this is what I would be thinking. And as a businessman, you can have the same like-minded reason. This is the reason why he's not doing that. At the end of the day, if it takes Airpeace public, it will still be under the Nigerian government, regulated by the Nigerian government. In fact, that means that he's taking a piece of Airpeace out of his hand to be regulated by the Nigerian government. That's why he's not doing so, especially where he knows that at the end of the day, it is one Hausa man that will end up to be heading the Nigerian stock exchange, and they could be making policies that will not be in his best advantage. That could be one reason. So the best way, the other way to do it, he can still achieve it, is to ask Nigerians, those Nigerians that will be buying the shares if he were to go public, let those same Nigerians be flying Airpeace no matter what. That's it. Support for Airpeace no matter what. If this Airpeace, British Airways, you can come all you like. Delta, Emirates, you can come all you like. Here Morocco and here Egypt, you can come all you like to Nigeria. We Nigerians will be flying Airpeace. That's your own problem. Then they will hear the message loud and clear. I think it is also on we Nigerians to support our own. That's the most important. That's one way to deal with it. I knew he doesn't. He's very strategic. He didn't want to fall into that trap. Take 20% of Airpeace public. You have taken 20% of your company and hand it over to the Nigerian government, and they can push you all the way. In fact, they can bring your company down through one policy, just one policy alone. They can bring it, especially if they are after you. If they are not after you, that's fine. Everything will be normal. But the best way is for we Nigerians to support our own. If anywhere, even if I'm going to Nigeria and I'm flying from North America, I will deliberately end my first leg in London. Deliberately, I will end it in London so that I can now get earpiece from London to Lagos. I will do that deliberately. I will support the airline. So it is on us Nigerians to support, and all these airlines, they will, as they say it here, they will enter house. The British Airways, you can come all you like. We don't care. Come all you like. But we are not. We are flying earpiece. That's the way to deal. One way to deal with it. Thank you, Mr. Elvis.
Mr. Elvis, please, can I say something before you call the next person?
You know, say people don't too full now. Just make it 30 seconds, sir.
Thank you, Baba Jonathan. You see, I understand. You see, the reason that the banks work, you cannot buy share in UBA and try and leave UBA growth, and you'll be go and be banking in a Union Bank. You will not want to do that. So Nigeria that traveled is strongly to make their money. So they will look for the cheaper way for them to make use of it. If Airpeace, if they are all stakeholder of Airpeace, they will make it easier for people to draw through. And because of that, Airpeace will even make more money than the way he will expect to make, because it will be cheaper and people will want to use it. Thank you.
All right. To be honest, with the situation of Airpeace right now, making profit is not even the issue now. They are trying to frustrate the guy out of the business in totality. That's what they're trying to do to him now. You know, so for him to continue to be coming out like this, crying out, this is what I'm passing through in my country, this is what I'm passing through internationally, it's crazy. You know, but let's move on. Let's move on. Let other people speak so that let's see if we can round up on time, since we don't have much people at the moment now. Mr. F. Emmanuel, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Please, I'd like you to talk to us. Good evening to you, sir.
Yeah,
You
my
don't
brother,
jump me. I thought you called me.
good evening.
Hello, Mr. Elvis. I thought you called me and then.
Yes, Mr. Ike, I be call you before.
No, I was there now. When I wanted to talk
Ike,
now.
go ahead.
Okay, yes. Sorry, Mr. Ike. Yes, now you're supposed to talk to us, novice. I beg, go ahead, Mr. Ike.
All right. Good evening, Mr. Elvis. Good evening, other members of the panel. It's quite unfortunate that the management of the backlash of what happened to Airpeace was not done very well. Our people would say that the palm wine tapper does not say everything he sees while on the palm tree. You don't say everything that you saw. And then he should also have realized how divided Nigeria is at this particular time. And the third thing is, when you fight corruption, corruption fights back. He went too loud. He went too loud in buying airtime to say the things people did to him. And those people, you will still go back to them to still continue the business with. You know, when Dangote was embarrassed here by EFCC, if you remember, Dangote, there was a time EFCC went to Dangote and went into his office and they said they were searching this, they were searching that. They did that thing because to get back at Emefiele. But Dangote did not one day go public to go and say what the Nigerian government or the EFs or agency of the Nigerian government did, because he knows he will always go back to that same Nigerian government. I have worked in corporate departments where it is so obvious that something was done to you, but because you want to continue in that business, you manage it. He went too far in trying to expose the people he felt that didn't work well for him. And at the end of the day, there are still that bureaucrats that will still be there days after. That's one mistake. When he finished that first interview with Arise, he still went to channels. When Tinubu also invited them to break the fast. He still spoke more. What happens is they will say, okay, when you finish, come back now. Now, these foreign airlines also, that he talked about what they did to him in UK and so on. When you see all of those, I'm not saying you should go and bribe them. You can fight it by not going to the public, by not going so much to the public. And then when you now started giving the glory, the glory was going more to President Tinubu and Festus Keyamo. I knew he was going to run into this kind of thing. Let me tell you, there are so many things that can happen in somebody's administration and maybe the person didn't do anything. It only happened during his administration. If you are farming now, let's say for example, you came into the US and you get your green card, and then you are working towards your getting your citizenship. It must happen in somebody's administration. But if you now go and start singing praises of the current president, as if not because of Trump, if not because of Obama, I wouldn't have been able to get my citizenship. Those people didn't even make any statement, but it's just that it happened during their administration. This guy would have been able to manage that success without going to divide those that worked against him and those that worked for him. The fight will continue because you kind of divided yourself between the people that you felt were against you and the people that are for you. And you don't even know the people that are against you. You don't know. You don't know the people that are for you. They might actually be doing as if they are in support of you, but behind they are working against you. So you'll be making more enemies when you go to polarize your business. That was the first mistake. The second mistake is telling the foreign airlines that they have been ripping Nigeria off. That as soon as you brought your own ticket down, they have hurriedly gone to bring their own down. But you forgot that these foreign airlines have so many routes. They can decide to frustrate you only on Lagos-London route. That's the only route that is lucrative for you. But these people have so many other routes. They can decide to forget about profit on Lagos-London route to bring you down and put in those other profits in all other routes that they have. So you don't fight, you don't go fight. Think about the big businessmen that are in Nigeria. They face difficulties in the industry, but they don't come to the air to come and scream it. To come and scream it. So he has to start crisis management. Professionals need to come in. He needs to talk less and work more. Talk less and work more. Nigeria is a very, very corrupt place to work. But people are still working in Nigeria. What they are doing is to manage those backlash. They are managing it in such a way because it's not a one-off thing. When a roach that the hen has decided to eat and you fly out temporarily and you go and talk so bad against that hen, the moment you fly back, that hen will eat you up. So he has to talk less and work more. They will do it in such a way that he will come begging, but he doesn't have to. If he had remained a little silent about the things he went through. When a man goes to a war and see difficulties, you will find way to walk around it and solve your problem. If you come and scream and scream and scream and scream, you could make more enemies for yourself. That's what I saw on your headline that made me join, because I feel the crisis was not managed very well. Thank you.
So what did he say? What did he say?
Okay. Let me tell you some of the things.
Who are the people that he exposed according to what you
were
saying?
Okay. Now he exposed the bureaucrats in Lagos airport. The The civil servants in the ministry, hold on. He made him. Yes, the people serving in the airport, he made Festus to threaten to sack all of them. If that kind of thing happens again, you will still you will still go back. You will still go. Sincerely speaking, you will still go back. When Ruben Abati said that thing jokingly to say, have you gone to see those civil servants? They say you want to eat alone. Ruben said that in jokingly, but that's the reality of doing business in Nigeria, my brother. We don't call it bribe. We don't call it bribe, but they call it appreciation. That's what Nigeria have decided to call it. They call it appreciation. They won't call it bribe. Because bribe is if you have to do it before they do the work. But if after doing the work, you go back to say, thank you, I appreciate what you did. There's no more bribe. They call it appreciation. That's how Nigerian business happened. But you coming out to come and shout and shout and shout, unless you don't want to do the business again in Nigeria.
Don't you think you're contradicting yourself when you say
what I don't understand?
Wait, just a minute. Don't you think you're contradicting yourself when you say is there present, the president and Festus Keyamo, and he's also attacking so which people are more at the helm of affairs to help him, if not those two people is present?
No, my brother. Those people, Tinubu will fly private jet every day, every time. Tinubu will never go into airpeace. Never. So Tinubu's policies, policies.
He will help them. He will help.
You don't know, my brother. You don't know.
Mr. Ike,
yes.
What I'm trying to understand from your submission,
yes.
No, it's difficult for me. Mr. Onyema is crying out for Nigerians to know what he's facing, and you are saying that he shouldn't have come out to talk. That die in silence.
It is wisdom. Maybe I don't know what Mr. Jonathan want to say. I will let you. I will let you say. I will let you say something. I will let you say something.
I never talk. Please don't forget.
Yes, I am not saying that. See, as you did now, Mr. Naija Watch, if there are some things that will happen, they say manage it with wisdom. It's not everything that you say, you don't want to die in silence, don't want to die in silence. You go and solve the problem. Do you think some of these business people that are in Nigeria are not going through one thing or the other? You don't solve Nigerian problem by going to the public to go and mess some certain people up. And that's why sometimes they say, no, we don't have to talk about it in the public here. You hear people say it.
Okay.
People talk about it.
Let's hear from other.
Mr. Elvis, please, I want to respond to Mr. Ike before. Please, I just want to take the indulgence of the next
Make it brief, please.
Yeah, please. Mr. Ike, see, I respectively disagree with you in all its entirety, completely, respectively. I disagree with you. This is Nigeria, and I want to believe that you perhaps, maybe it's an assumption, I might be wrong, that perhaps you are just hearing Onyema now. This man made the application 7 years ago. 7 years ago. So he will die, right? And they will continue to keep him frustrated. This is the norm in Nigeria. The fact that is the way it works and it is not right does not mean that we'll continue to work that way. We have to change, for crying out loud.
My brother.
Listen, he must come out and bring it out to the open. It stayed 7 years.
Okay.
7.
My brother, see, let me tell you, there are some things also you will plan, and it takes some time to come up. If you check, what I'm saying here is the reality. I didn't justify it that it is the right, so you understand where I'm coming from. I'm telling you what happened, what I suspected happened. Now I'm only opening your eyes to it.
No.
So that you don't say, so that you don't.
No. Mr. Ike, you are not only telling us what happened or opening our eyes, you were accusing him of coming out to speak in public.
Yeah, I said he went too far. He went too far in
How do you want him to express himself when he's facing challenges?
Okay. Let me say something so that I don't take up the whole time. Let me say something. When he applied for this thing before, I followed him from beginning. I even have his brother, his immediate brother that I work with. I followed him from the first thing people started working against him was he says that the local flights were too expensive, especially the ones coming to the Igbo land. There has been some politics going on all this while. Now, when he eventually got this thing, it is not the time. It is not the time when you are looking for something, you get it. It's not the time for you to go public to fight all the people that were stumbling block. You've already passed them.
Okay. Let's come back to you again. Let me get another view. Let me quickly hear from someone else here. Mr. F. Emmanuel, thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Good evening to you once again. Please talk to us.
Good evening, good afternoon, everyone in the panel. Wonderful contribution, Mr. Elvis. Good evening, good afternoon.
Mr. F. Emmanuel, please hold on. Thank you. With the name on the comment section, Patience Idemudia, you don't tell my panelists to stop talking rubbish is an insult. I don't know if it's your first time doing such thing, but we're going to pardon you today. You can disagree, but you cannot insult them. That is the rules of this platform. We don't take insult from anybody. Please, in case of next time, thank you very much for your understanding. Go ahead, sir, Mr. F. Emmanuel.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. Wonderful contribution, Mr. Jonathan, and the last speaker that just spoke. One thing I want to say is it's just unfortunate that Alan Onyema, being in Nigeria with his business, had to now begin to beg Nigerians to patronize his own business. It's just unfortunate. Why? Because we have this mentality that anything that is foreign, all this foreign stuff, anything that is Nigerian made is not really highly valued. So that is one. Then secondly, I also want to say something with respect to what the last speaker said. Alan Onyema should try as much as possible to manage his information, to manage whatever process he's going through. You should also have it in the mind that right here in Nigeria, there are saboteurs. There are people that are cashing out, that are liaising with these foreign carriers as well. So he shouldn't be ignorant of that. And whatever he needs to do to make sure that he fights strategically. Things that need to be said in air should be said. Things that don't need to be said in the air, outside through the media, should be kept calmly and managed in-house. Because people say, "Nara to the house." They tear out to the outside, come food day here. So it should be it should be sensitive. I'm not saying he shouldn't market his product. I'm not saying he shouldn't solicit for patronage, but he should always watch his back, because there's a lot of saboteurs in this system, because this whole thing that I should patronize him so that he always keep going up. That kind of nonsense mentality. So you should also tread with caution. You should tread with caution. That is for him. Then for Nigerians, please, to better our economy, this one I'm saying it to Nigerians generally now. Please go back to Reno Omokri's tweets few months ago, or few weeks or few months ago. See, it was advertising Nigerian made. They say buy Nigerian made food, eat Nigerian made food, Nigerian made car. We have the likes of Innocent and the likes. So let's try as much as possible to patronize our own. It will help our economy generally. It has nothing to do with politics. We know bureaucracy are there, but we should try as much as possible to patronize what we have in-house. Let other countries also come to us too and do business with us, not us always going outside. So these are the big opportunity for us to patronize what we have back home. Doing that, it will also help the government, in the delivery of democracy, just as they promise. Even though we know that they promise and they do nothing, but at least this is a businessman. He's different from politics. So just like Dangote has monopolized the system for so long. So this one has come on board now. So please, let's try, because I know Nigerians are well travelers, very great travelers. They travel to virtually every country in the world. So let's patronize our own. By so doing, we'll be able to see how our economy will be better. That's for that. Then for this Pope, you see Pope, this guy that just died, this artist. Well, I pray his soul rest in peace. And God grant his wife and kids the fortitude to bear the loss. What annoys me so much in this whole process, was Nigerians. They would have saved this guy from this death. Among those people that are carrying him to mortuary, from mortuary to Babalawo, nobody have common sense to think of first aid first. CPA, either a CPA or CPR, what they call it. At least you learn that one. That's the first thing to do, even before a doctor attends to you. Because this is water. This is water. The first thing to do is somebody that is drawn. At least that thought didn't come to their mind. It's only to go and do Babalawo and mortuary that came to their mind. It's unfortunate that we Nigerians, we are not learning. We are not in this time and age that anything you want to learn is at your beck and call. The first thing to attend to this guy was to make sure that whatever is in the system, all those water, you have to press him and bring it out before any other thing. But it's unfortunate that we find ourselves in this kind of situation. I feel so sad. I feel so sad. You don't need to be a doctor to know all these things. At least first aid first. You don't need to be a doctor. So besides this, I feel bad though one nonsense that I don't like about us Nigerians. This social media has made us that we don't have human feeling anymore.
Exactly.
This is life. This is life we are talking about here. And people are going social media to spin rubbish. No empathy, no sympathy, no feeling anymore. Really? So in Nigeria, everything that makes sense is all about money. Everything that is just money. Anything that is not money for the eye of an average Nigerian, it doesn't make sense. Hi. Oh my God, I pity our country. We really need a paradigm shift in our mind, in our way of thinking. Sincerely, even if you remove us from Egypt, as long as Egypt is in our brain, we'll be acting Egypt. So we really need a mind revolution. How can somebody lose his life and you cannot even give him at least how many days now? Not even a week. You started going everywhere. Last few months now we talked about Mr. Ibu. Now who is talking about Mr. Ibu again? They carry Mr. Ibu matter everywhere. Ibu here, Ibu there. Now that chapter is closed. Now it's this one now. In the next few weeks again, God forbid now that person, they will pick up that one again. Where is the feeling in Nigerians? Where is the brotherly love? Everything is not money. Everything is not money, please. This is not politics now. This is talking about life.
Please, sir, can I ask you a question before you finish?
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. You said you don't need to be a doctor before you know that, and Nigerians are not learning. But I thought Nigeria, they are going to school, and if you are not need to be a doctor, where do Nigerians supposed to learn those things from? Because I know they are going to school.
My brother, can I say something? Do you have first aid in your house? Do you have first aid box in your house?
I don't know what is first aid box, so I don't know where to learn it. That is why I'm asking you.
First aid box, you don't need to be a doctor to have first aid box in your house. First aid box contain scissors, plaster, paracetamol or Tanalol, all those small medication, small vitamin, all those small iodine, all those small things that before the situation become critical. At least the first thing to do, if you have a cut on your leg now, what do? Will you just start rushing to hospital? The first thing to do is to attend to it.
Okay.
Hydrogen peroxide, all those small things, you have it in your house at least before you, if the situation is beyond your control, you cannot go to hospital. Everybody should be able to have that. That's what I'm trying to say. Just like the way you have salt in your house, you should have first aid box in your house as a family man for emergency. Because any situation that arises in your house that has to do with health, the first thing they'll ask, what happened? Right? If it is headache, you open your first aid box, take your Panadol and take, or paracetamol and take. If it is that situation subside, okay, so
but you did not answer the question, sir.
All right, but the question you are asking, Mr. Oduwa, is how do you want you to answer that kind of question now?
I just asked, where are we going to learn it from? That is where I asked.
He doesn't know now. How do you want him to know this kind of question? You know, the question, is dragging us back. You know, please.
Mr. Odua, people go to school, and even people that don't go to school, they know. You call it common sense. You call it common sense. Exactly. People have headache and go to chemist and buy. Who taught them that is the way to that's the way to what to do? It's common sense now. You have all those things for an emergency.
Let's move on, please. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. F. Emmanuel. Thank you for your submission. I would like to hear from Mr. Felix. It's good to have you on the show. It's been a while. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Good evening, my beloved brother. I greet you. I greet all my fellow panelists. Our beloved comment session.
May you talk well, brother. If let's say you sleep, you know,
I know they sleep. Oh, you hear me now?
Talk to us well. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I say I greet everybody, both the panelists and the comment section. For waiting, I come meet we una dey discuss about Onyema. The mistake have already been made. The only thing we can't do there, we say, you should open a board, any bank we want use to sell for people to be shareholders. With that, if there are many investors that invest in the company, they will be able to acquire more flights for other routes, like other Europe country. Not be only UK, like Nigeria has day. Other Europe country day. It's just like Air France now, just like Alitalia before Alitalia started to become, the Italian Airlines started to become Africa countries. They merge with other like Air France, Qatar, Emirates, and others. Do business with other airlines. If other Nigeria airline, they can be the owners are willing to merge with them, fine and good. But if they are not willing to merge with them, make you open a board, just like a shareholder, any bank where you want use. If anybody that have 500 naira, 1,000 naira, 100,000, any amount of share where you want buy, you buy. It go make them more stronger, because if public invest for the company, just like the way one of the panelists said before, you no fit buy share for First Bank. You say you want go the bank your money for Access Bank or other bank. Now bank where you for get share, where you be shareholder, all your money now there, now you go the like the back and put. Now one thing we may see for the whole thing, now be that one. Now waiting go feel resolve the whole problem. Where they go on, the mistake already be done, because not be everything we must see, we hunt and see where go hunt. Now you go talk rich house. Now how many meat where you trap cash carry reach house, now you go come count if you reach house. The mistake already been made. As the mistake you don't already made the mistake. We no need to blame her. It's human. Human are bound to make a mistake. Now solution, because I can say it's one of the Nigeria airline now where be say it don't still go international now. We have to back him up with all our finances to support him, invest on the airline to make sure say he grow. Not be like Nigeria Airways where they go pen flights. Now Nigeria government will even come in to make everything easy for them. If not to your make policy, we go favor them to make and grow just like the way they make where Dangote they grow, where make many people invest on that Dangote. For the whole thing where you're the grand so. Even though say me everybody invest for the company now, without say Nigeria government not still come in. If Nigeria government no make better policy, we go favor them for the growth of the company. Nothing where you go invest, where you go make and grow. Now waiting is for the matter. I greet you, my beloved brother. Thank you for everything you do for our country.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. It's good to hear your voice again today. God bless you, my brother. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Elvis, sorry, can I ask this guy a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just one second, please. He talked about Nigerians investing in Onyema's airpiece, blah, 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 and all that. I don't think that is Onyema's major challenge because the guy is even buying more flights. You understand? As moreover, all the foreign carriers that will be patronizing all these years, does it mean that Nigerians are buying shares from them? Does it mean that Nigerians are investing in all those international air carriers that
their country people invest in it
over the years?
Yeah, that is the answer I wanted to give to him now. Their citizens invested in them. Their citizens and their government invested in them.
But you know that this Onyema's home is fully purchased. It's not something that maybe government is partnering with him and all that. It's fully owned.
Other countries purchase. Hello, sir. Other country purchase. They make it for all their citizens, as many who want to involve in it, so that it will be useful for the country. That is how that country did it.
In addition to that, if Nigeria government no intervene for the refinery where Dangote build, una sure say e go fit build am? Is the question.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's move on. Let me hear from somebody else. I'd like to come to Oga Instability. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Yes, good evening. Thank you. I don't know if you can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Okay, yes. Thanks to everyone, the panelists and the listeners, everybody in the comment section, the great mommy diaspora, sister Irene the finest woman on the internet. So, well, the thing is that I take the position also of Mr. Jonathan. To be honest, I don't know where all these talks of he made the mistake. I don't know where all those talks is coming from. I think some of us don't understand the influence and the power of the media. You need to understand that even right now, Israel is being put under pressure to end the war. To end the war in they are in the war in Palestine because of media losing the media war. You need to understand that a lot of things would have happened if not for media pressure. So, in fact, I'm of the opinion that the man should make sure that once any single thing happens, the next day they should have people all over the media, internet, social media, everywhere talking, because that is the economy, that's the world we live in. We are living in an attention-driven economy. So you need to understand that's why people are doing anything to be relevant online. You understand? So Alan Onyema, whoever is advising him, I think they've done a very good job. The man needs to be out there every time talking, just the same way the man of landmark now is out there. This is the only thing the elite fear. You need to understand that if you're enforcement, they are untouchable. Those ones can't touch them. If you're talking about what's it called? So it's only media, that image, they still care about how they are perceived. They still want to make people feel like they are liked, or they still want people to feel like they still want to feel like people can't see what they are doing. So you need to understand that it's for you to be online talking about all these things, or maybe on the media talking about all these things. That is what they fear the most, and especially the foreign carriers. You need to know how the West project themselves on the world, that they are these upright, blameless, and very human defender people. So if he's able to talk about what they are doing, he's going to also curtail some of the excesses. All these times, all these other media, all these other airlines that attempted the same thing that didn't succeed. How many of them came online? People like Medview, what's it called? United Airline. You think Airpeace is the only company that have tried to go that route or go international? It's not the only one. They've tried. A lot of people have tried and they failed. In fact, Keyamo was saying the other time that the only reason why Airpeace succeeded in this is because of his bullish approach. I don't know if I'm saying that in the press conference. He said the only reason he succeeded is because of his bullish approach without caring. The man has been a very quiet and patient man. But he understood that, hey, this thing cannot work like this. So he came out with that bullish and that forceful approach that no, we cannot continue to be like this. And he came out, and he was very, very clever in all of his interviews I've watched. He never mentioned any top person's name. In fact, everybody, everything. That's why I'm surprised where we are saying he made a mistake, because every single arm of government or representative of government that is mentioned is talking about how those people don't really know exactly what's going on ground. Those people are giving him the support. He praised Keyamo of going to Gatwick and telling them that if you do this here, we will also reciprocate. He praised the president for giving him the enabling environment. Everything. That's someone that is very early and is very intelligent. The way he has been conducting himself and talking. So he just needs for us. What he did is trying to open the eye to see what exactly people have, where our problem is coming from. And the only thing we Nigerians should be talking about is patriotism, embracing our own, and also we're talking about all these what's it called? The people at the on ground, the staffs, or all those people, the way they treat the people in the airport. Those are not the people that will determine if airpeace will operate or not. So if the presidency supporting for bribe of I don't know how much, 10,000 naira at the airport. So those are not the people who go back to beg. So we just need to call, and those, by the way, those people are faceless people who know any of them. So that's for that. I believe the man is doing fantastically well, and I believe that everybody that understands media will know that he's doing very well, because media puts pressure on all these people. That's the power of media, social media, and mainstream media. Then another, the late Pope, Junior Pope. You see, unfortunately, there's a lot of carelessness in some of these industries, or just like the culture generally in Nigeria. People don't care about a lot of videos, but we cannot be blaming him. for that, because to be honest with you, someone can be as careful as everything and just something from somewhere can claim that person's life. At the same time, we should also not make it easy for the enemies that want to see you gone. Don't make it easy for them. Make sure you take care of yourself. And the man, you know, the life jacket is a must. I'm even surprised. And this their Hollywood was the man that is in charge of the group. The man came out and they say they are banning movies in riverine areas. Is that how to respond to things? So where does it happen? People will still matter. It's just your own carelessness and not having safety measures. It's not about the water. Water is everywhere. Water is there. Water will not move because people, fell into it. So it's about you having safety measures, ensure that nobody goes on water that doesn't know how to swim, or even if you don't know how to swim and you want to go on water, you must have people that know how to swim around you in case you fall in, and you must also have your life jacket on. So those are the lessons that people can learn from these things. Not we are stopping movies that is being acted in riverine areas. That does not help anything. That's just eye service, you know. And the superstitious, or should I say, I don't know, spiritual, whatever people believe, is also part of the reason that our brother is not there today. Somebody that they brought out of water. No, I don't know if there was any CPR or if there was an attempt to resuscitate him, I don't know. But after taking him to the next place, everybody knows, when they've confirmed that, oh, this man looks like he had life in him, the next place should have been straight to the hospital. But their Babalawo mind did not allow them. They carry him, said they're going to go and do this thing. What kind of thing is that? Because these are these people, the reason why that man is not there, to be honest. It's not like we are pointing the blame at one particular person. Everybody involved can also be blamed. But the next place should have been straight to the hospital and all that. And the man who posted the pic, quite unfortunate, but although they wanted to make people stop coming up with their own stories, just wanted people to wrong call from him, because now that picture will be on the internet forever, that video. But I think we should not so much point too much fingers on some of these other people, and we'll talk about safety and people prioritizing the safety of whatever they are doing, wherever you're going. Don't just this thing of somebody, you just want to go somewhere because of the way we have been raised. You find someone who just say, nothing will happen, you can just go there, or just do just say a few words of prayer, hey, nothing, you go. No, people should be careful. The places you go, the food you eat, everything. All right, thank you so much.
Mr. Sibidi.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I add to what you just said now?
Go ahead.
Okay, let's not also be ignorant of territorial spirits. Life generally, life is spirits. Life is spiritual. We have the spiritual part of the land, the owners of the land. We have the owners of the air. We have the owners of the water places. So whatever we're doing, we should be conscious of the territorial spirits. Because if you look at those that are building bridges across deep waters, you think it's ordinary? It is not. If you see flying, disappearing in the air, you think it's ordinary? It is not. So if you see accidents happening on the road, some of them are not ordinary. So life generally is spiritual. So we should be conscious and also have that in mind, that there are territorial spirits. That is the point I want to add.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, just 30 seconds, Mr.
We need to have our final submission now.
If you give me time, there's something Mr. CBD said that I wanted to just just respond, just a short time. You see,
Go ahead.
when Festus Keyamo came out to say that Mr. Allen was bullish, it's not because of the media expose. It is the ticket. It is the ticket. He bullied them into opening their cheap tickets. It's not the media. So what I was saying is, before you go to the media, that's why they say they script something. Even the president that is so intelligent, they do a script before he goes. If he speaks off the cuff, he could say things that have consequences. I don't have a problem in media. Media can build a brand. Media can also destroy a brand. It depends on what you say in the media. So his being bullish was forcing them to bring out the cheap version of their tickets, not the media.
I think he said the approach. He didn't specify whether media or,
Okay. Yes, if you have anything to say, you can say that on your final submission. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. Madam Iris Finance, I can see you right there with us. Thanks for your time with us. Wisdom, thank you very much. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Shooks Okwade, thank you very much. God bless you all. Thank you very much, my wonderful people. Okay, Mr. Jonathan, please give us your final submission. 4 minutes, sir.
Mr. Elvis, please, sorry to intervene.
Don't worry, I'll come to you, sir.
Just read my message. I'm leaving, please.
Okay, that's fine then. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
God bless you. Mr. Jonathan, please go ahead. 4 minutes. Okay, Mr. Jonathan is not available right now. We'll come back to you. Let me come to Mr. Oduwa. Mr. Oduwa, please give us
the one that said I want to leave. Let him speak so that I will follow him.
Mr. Oduwa, please, you talk to us now.
Okay. I thought because he will give him so that he will talk before he leave. Okay.
No.
What I want to say. Hello. Can we hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I have something to say. Like for why I asked where do we? I asked our chairman Emmanuel that where do we Nigeria learn something from? Because the time that the schools that they are saying Nigeria we have school, the time people have not even yet for that school. Our fathers who were in the village touched people. When something like this happen, this is how you have to press water after person, use fire to hit the leg, make sure so that those water will drill out of it. But since now we have schools, what are we not learning from the schools? Because the school's supposed to teach you this practical of these things. Why people taught their children from the schools, not from their mother's home only. They taught them from the school, and people learn different things that they are using to make life. Those who know, teach people in the right way to teach them. Because when people gather and you are teaching everybody, they will learn the same time. But in Nigeria, we say we have schools. What they only teach us is the language. Then they will give you paper and said you are not a graduate or whatever. So that is why I asked, where do Nigeria supposed to learn it from? Because there are schools that did not see what is bringing. Then the second one is the business. Sir, this is how other countries are doing it that we are seeing. When they have this business, they put it out. The countries, especially those top people, like I can give an example of Nigeria now. We have Obi Kubana there. We have Hotel Dollar there. We have others and others who are not really into this business of airline, but they have the money. And maybe one person cannot have that money that we do with such things. But if these people put money together, in the name under Onyema, will all be the figurehead. Then the whatever name you will call it will be more cheaper and cheaper to the extent that people who live in Sokoto want to come and fly it. People who live in Kafashan want to come and fly it. People who live in China want to fly it to take it to Nigeria. Because the money and the standard flight are there. But when one person believes that he's the alpha and omega, jealousy will brought the business down. Okada Airline, known as a Benedion, was once an airline in Nigeria. It was one person that brought it down. But if it is what the whole Bende state that owns that airline, the person who brought it down will not be able to do it. So let us be aware of how business work. This is why we are saying government give China this one, government give one. Is there any Nigeria who are there when government give the China, their people the money? No. But people come together in unity and make a country great. So let's us work in unity and make our business work out. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Odua, thank you, sir. God bless you. Thank you. Okay, Mr. F. Emmanuel, please give us your final submission, 4 minutes, sir. Then I'll come to Mr. Ike.
Well, what I would say, Mr. Elvis, is for us to patronize our own. That's all. Let's stop all this politics. If we like, we'll talk from morning to tomorrow. Let's concentrate. Nobody will fix your home for you except you. So if you keep looking outside and expect, our economy to be better, we are making a great mistake. So let's focus on our own made products, our own made goods, our own made services, and take it up from there, because there are little or no little that the government can do. Government has limited tenure. We also have limited resources. So there are a lot that all of us can put our head together and support what we have so instead of looking outside. Because what you are looking for Sokoto is your Sokoto. So let's put all our hands on deck and make it work. Let's forget tribalism, forget religion, forget any other thing. It's our own made product. So let's get it done, and the sky will be our stepping stone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. God bless you. Okay, let me come to Mr. Ike. Please give us your final submission, sir. 4 minutes.
All right. Thank you for the opportunity again. I want to go back a little bit into what I said before. You see, people like Adenuga, you know that Adenuga's Glow is not PLC. He's not selling. He didn't open his company to everybody to buy shares. He didn't. And he was actually forced. If you check from his banco, from Konoilo, you see that the guy closed it up and is running it. But have you ever seen that man on the television before? Never. Everything, if you want to run a corporate organization, you must employ professionals to do everything. There is something called public relation officer, PRO. There are some things they will come, they will say, okay, for talk and reach like this. It's intelligence. It's not, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So that you don't use what would have helped bring loyalty to you. The thing will not drive away people because of. There are sometimes they even watch what president say. When president is going out to talk, there are so many intelligence that are shared with presidents. When they come, they'll first of all discuss it in-house, manage the one that can go to the public and the one that cannot go to the public. That's how big corporate organizations are run. If you go, that's one of the things that finished Trump. If Mr. Jonathan is here, whatever that Trump went through was the things he said with his mouth. They are the things he said with his mouth. This ABC will call for interview, he will go and sit. This person will call for interview. Journalists are professionals that can dig out something that you never intended to say when you go and sit down with them every time. I'm telling you, you can release press statements. Press statements, people sat down to draft it, dot all the T's, cross all the dot all the I's, cross all the T's, and then they release press statements. But when you sit down again and again and again, you could go beyond what you're supposed to say, and it could destroy your business. That's what I saw in this whole thing. He had a good case, but he went too much to the public. He didn't have any professional touch in all those media interviews. They can call you to say congratulations on what happened. If you see when he was discussing this thing on Arise, I watched that particular one. When they asked him, he said, I don't want to go back into what I went through the past 7 years. I thought the man wasn't going to go back into them, and then he immediately opened them and started saying them. You understand? He has to employ professionals. You know the things to put up in the public, you know the things to manage in-house so that this business can grow. I like Airpeace. Unfortunately, they've not started flying. We'll be praying here. Our friends here will be saying, "Oh, we can't wait for Airpeace to start flying Houston. We can't wait." But there are still some management of the things you put out in the public. Social media, like we say now, social media can destroy. Social media can build too. Anything you don't put up on your Facebook page, nobody will know. People have their secrets and they don't put it up. They don't put it up. They'll manage it to say this one cannot go, this one can go. Because people will start probing. If you give one answer, they'll ask you another one. Before you know what is happening, you'd have let out something that is not supposed to go to the public. So his war should be one, to manage the costings. Why ticket is too expensive from Nigeria is because of taxes. Taxes are the things that are driving ticket fees in Nigeria. People go to Ghana and fly from Ghana to the US. It's the taxes that are causing all of these things. But these other airlines, they have advantage. They have advantage. They have multiple routes. They have multiple routes that they go to. So don't polarize the business. Don't drive people that would have supported you by the things you said. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ike. Thank you very much. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Okay. Let me move on now. I think everybody on the panel have given, except two that just coming in now. So Black Panther, thank you very much for joining us. But I'm only going to give you 5 minutes and Oga Chris 5 minutes so we can round up. Black Panther,
I
please
never did
talk
my
to
last
us.
submission.
Thank you, my.
Mr. CBD, okay.
My,
After Black Panther, I'll come to you for a final submission. Thank you.
thank
Go
you, Elvis. You can hear me clearly.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you. I want to thank everybody that's.
Black Panther, we can't hear you. You are paused.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
This network is doing magic here. I want to thank everybody that has spoken, and I want to thank Mr. Was that Mr. Ike that was speaking?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Ike, God bless you. I want to thank Mama in diaspora. Thank you very much, ma'am. May God continue to bless you and prosper you, give you good health in Jesus' mighty name. I want to say one thing. I am in 1000% agree with Mr. Ike. You see, most of us have lost track with the Nigerian corrupt attitude and information management. You see, the first time Mr. Alex Onyema came out, he spoke well, but there are some things you need to retrieve that you don't blow it all out for the public. It is left for your management team to manage it and try as much as possible to reduce what you bring out to the public, because there's what we call that there are some mafias system who don't want Nigeria to fly those routes because of their monetary benefit, and their monetary benefit is running in the millions of pounds. That is why
Black Panther, we have an issue with your network, man.
Scattered all over the place. You can imagine airline like Chachangi is grounded. Bellevue is no more. There's one other one, Aero Contractor barely flies anymore. We are aviation, the strong aviation companies that have been brought down by this mafia thing that is happening in Nigeria. Nigeria is such a very delicate thing. corruption is an institution. What Alex Onyema was fighting against was the corruption. But one thing he had in his hand, the Nigerian government, through the aviation minister, are backing him. It might not be 100%, but I'm seeing a 65% backup by the government. But now what happened? Information management and what the staff did concerning the price splash, I don't think it was the right time to splash that price. Because now what happened? The entire European airline and the Asian airline, they gag up and they are pumping money, corrupt money, into the enclave that are supporting them. Now, he released another thing again. It's not everything that you're doing in your aviation that you should release to the public. There are some things they call the ace that you keep. You keep on using it without not even telling the public. You have to balance yourself in that route and spread your tentacle and get more flight. Then you can start bringing things in which you can do commensurate with your pricing. That if you get this, the price go down. If you are a member of this, the price go down. You don't just splash like that, which we all know how the system work in America, in Europe, how they bring down prices. This is now the price mafias have come in now. They are coming down. We know what they are playing.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I don't understand. You say you agree with Mr. Ike on his submission. You agree that Mr. Allen Onyema shouldn't have come out to speak to Nigerians. Is
No, not coming out to speak to Nigeria.
So
He didn't manage his. I agree that he didn't manage information dissemination very well.
How?
See, Mr. Niger Watch, it is not everything.
Your voice is, we are losing your voice. It's going and coming, going and coming.
Can you hear me now?
Your voice is going and coming.
It's the network. It's the network.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me now? What I am in support is, I'm not in support is that he did not manage information very well. And if he had managed information very well, he shouldn't be coming out every time to the media to talk. Yes, it's good for him to disseminate information, but he shouldn't be doing it often. Oh, they bite me. I'll come out and say they bite me.
So for you now, he should stop talking, right?
He should stop talking now. He should go and do the inner work, inner manipulation. The bureaucracy should go and work on it properly, so that he don't come out talking and opening the secret.
So
then
have you owned a flight before or run any airline before?
It's his business, it's general business.
It's not
no
a
matter of a flight. Look, there are some things you are facing. Okay, let me give you an example now.
Allen Onyema now how to run a business, right?
No, it's not. Look, I'm not telling him how to run a business. There is one part of business is called information management.
That's what I'm saying. So you know more about information management than Allen Onyema, is that right?
We are not putting hierarchy in it. If you don't manage your information, the forces that are fighting you will come in full force, and they will organize themselves and come in full force. With the government backing them, they'll bring you down.
All right.
If it's brought down now, what will you say? What will we say? All of us, what are we going to say? And somebody is bringing a point of we buying shares, which is very good. But who are going to buy the shares? Who are the people that are going to buy the shares? Because they do their manipulation again. See, this Nigeria as a nation, corruption is an institution. I think we need to realize this very well, because if corruption is an institution, you need to learn and bring all this information management into place. It has a big role that it can play for a successful business in Nigeria. When you know that you are running a multi-billion-dollar business, it's not easy. The man is finding it very difficult now because he himself knows that things are running around, but they need to manage information for him, give him, look at what he's going to speak on and what kind of question they are going to ask him, because he's paying for this press briefing. This press is paying to them. So they need to organize the question for him so that he doesn't run at a loss at the end of the game. Like in other countries, like in America now, if you fly the airline for a certain time, there is a point you accumulate. And that point, if you accumulate it to a certain, it will buy you a lower ticket. Are you getting me now, Niger Watch?
Yes, I understand. Yes.
Those things you buy a ticket. You can manipulate your prices like that. But when you come in a full force, this thing is a like a mafia business. People have big money to fight.
Okay.
It's not a child's play. So, but I love what he's doing.
To me,
I love
to
what
be
he's
honest,
doing.
To be honest, I don't think any of us here have the moral to pass advice to Onyema, because before he cried out, he must have passed through a lot, and they have been passing through a lot for years. So for me, for any of us to come now and advising him, you talk too much, you shouldn't have talked too much, should have kept it secret, you should have handled it this way, should have, like somebody that have been in airline business for decades.
Even in government, in every government in the whole world, even in UK where you are, the government manage informations. Businesses, pharmaceutical, they manage their information. They don't come out to tell you every oppression they are facing, which is coming out from the government. They don't come out like that. They manage information. That's why they have information desk. They have all the protocols around them. They garnish it and dose it out at the right time.
So he should
die.
I'm not saying he should die with the secret and be buried before you know that
you are not getting it right. You are not getting it. You are not getting us right.
What do you want him to manage now? You are talking about manage information. Did he review a presidential secret?
See, Mr. Niger, watch. See, you cannot do without information management when you are running a multi-billion-dollar business. You can't do without it. Whether you go left, whether I'm telling you advice, he knows what I'm speaking about now. He cannot do without it.
All right, let me hear from somebody else. Thank you, Black Panther. Maybe somebody else might make us understand much better. Let me come to Oga CBD. Give us your final submission 4 minutes before I come to Mr. Chris. Oga CBD is not with us anymore, right? Oh, he left. Okay, good. I didn't even check. Mr. Chris, please talk to us, sir. Good evening to you. 5 minutes. We are rounding up.
And thank you very much. And good evening, Mr. Nanjawach. And all protocols duly observed because of the time. And thank you yesterday for the panelists that you brought, especially Chief Iholon. Well, I think the issue of Allen Onyema, it's nothing we should make any fuss about. And also, I do not believe that it is because of what he said or what he didn't say. Even if he likes, he should keep quiet from today till tomorrow, even if he talks like a parrot. What are we actually expecting? Do you expect those other airlines, they should just fold their hands and be looking at you? It's a capitalist system. The other airlines, they reacted the way normal businessmen should react. So it is now left for you to come up with countermeasures against whatever they have done. And there are so many things that can be done to counteract whatever they have done. It's price war. It's simple as ABCD. So even if he had kept quiet, you expect British Airways and the other airlines, they'll just be looking without reacting appropriately. It is business. It's not everything will be crying like crybabies. Every time conspiratory theories left, right, and center. So he should also come up, or the government or whoever it is, they should come up and also support him. That's why these Western nations, they have funds for ensuring that businesses that employ their indigents, businesses that keep their economies afloat, they have funds for supporting these businesses. And if we have such funds also, if they've not stolen everything, it's opportunity to give Allen Onyema some funds that he'll be paying back in like 20, 30 years with almost 0% interest. There's this what is they call again, the SS crude account that Amechi and Oshomole forced Jonathan to spend. Then these are part of the things you can do with such funds. You know, even in Europe, within Europe, can't you see the way airlines regulate their affairs? You can the same routes that Lufthansa will be flying for like 250 euro. You see Ryanair will be flying that same route for as low as 40 euro. There are times there's like Ryanair, they fly from Dublin to the UK. At times £1, I mean £1. Whereas that same route, Virgin Atlantic will be flying £120. At times as low as £1, one. They do that. It's all business. So this one people are just saying Onyema crashed, they crashed the price to frustrate Onyema. So you expected them to fold their hands and be looking. We have to react appropriately. It's a global war. It's a global economic market. Everybody should wake up to the responsibility. These are not just businesses for little boys, you know. So it has nothing to do with whatever he has said. Even if he has not said, they will still discover his strategies. The question now we should be asking ourselves, now that Onyema is in this quagmire, so what is he going to do? How is he going to free himself from this? Is he going to get necessary support from his own country? Or is he going to get necessary support from stakeholders? Let's not forget, when MTN started in Nigeria, SIM card. I bought my first SIM card for like 17,000 naira. And then people were, when the government, they were telling MTN to make their call per second billing. MTN said it will take 5 years. Then if you make one call for 1 minute, even if the connection, if you lose your connection, you lose your money. Then it was like 45 naira per minute. But it was when Glow came. Immediately Glow came, Glow started per second billing. And then thing that told us that it would take them 5 years, all of a sudden they started doing per second billing. Glow came and that same SIM card, they were 17,000. First it came to 13,000 naira. Then later it came to
No, Baba Chris, it was 24,000. My in-law bought it 24,000
no, I
MTU.
said I actually bought my own 17,000. I remember then. And that 17,000, then that was over 100. It was like 150 or $170 to buy a SIM card. No matter what they told MTN, then they said it's not doable. It will take them 5 years. And how did they even do that? Is it not still our people that gave them that a sexy freedom to come and be oppressing their own people? So that's the way business is. So it was when Glow came into the fray of that global communication. Immediately per second billing started. Immediately the SIM card started, the price of SIM card started crashing. And no government, regulatory agency, the NCC, they couldn't even bring MTN to court that. You people said you cannot do this thing, it will take you 5 years. How come Glow came, you are not doing it immediately? Nobody, no consumer protection, nothing. They just allow those people to go. To the extent MTN was so rich that they have to relocate their national headquarters to Nigeria. Their worldwide headquarters, they have to relocate it to Nigeria. They were so rich then. So these are the way business is, and we should learn to compete, not just complain. There are a lot of things Mr. Onyema can do at this time. They are economic experts. There are people in the aviation industry that knows how this thing work. They should bring incentive. They should ensure from the side of the government can start that no matter what happens. Now, every government official must fly airpiece. That's number one. Another incentive government can also institute. There's a tax that every foreign airline pay to Nigeria. So they can waive that tax away for Allen Onyema so that it can be able to compete. For example, if that tax is supposed to be $1 million a year, they can waive it for Allen Onyema so that with that tax, it can also force its own price down. There are many ways, give and take, to do all these things. It's business, it's capitalist. It's dog eat dog. It is jungle. Nobody waits for you. It's how businesses are done everywhere. Even we that are talking, just imagine you are doing your personal business, you are selling shoes somewhere, and somebody came from nowhere and the person started the shoe you have been selling 5,000, the person now selling it 1,000. Are you not going to react? You will react. Must we keep blaming people every time? So that's just my humble submission. Should leave this thing for the experts so that they can handle whatever they can, however he can do it. It shouldn't just be. We have so many brains in Nigeria that he can consult. We have so many brains in Nigeria that he can consult. We have them everywhere. The banking sector, in the communication sector, even in the legal sector. There are legal frameworks that he can draw from. And from that, he can keep his business rolling afresh. This British people or the Western or even the Japan, do you think they are crazy or they are stupid? That is why if you see airline, no airline runs on its own. I'm sure Onyema does not belong to any of these alliances. There is Star Alliance, for example, where you have Egypt Air, another group of airline. Then there's another one again, Fly Blue. You have KLM, you have Air France, you know. Then there's another route again where you have Lufthansa and SAS, Scandinavian Airline. So there are a group of airlines, maybe 15, 17, they form a union so that they can regulate their prices within themselves because these people, they monopolize the routes. So Airline Onyema, the good place to start, maybe he can look at how he can find himself in one of these groups. That is how they run the airlines. That is exactly what they do. That is how they are able to bring their prices down. And there's this membership thing Black Panther was talking about. You know, for example, Lufthansa, you register and you become a member. I think it's a Star Alliance. For every time you fly, you get flying miles and you accumulate these miles and it helps to bring down your price. In Lufthansa, it is called Miles and More. I remember that because that's the one I use every time. Miles and more, you accumulate miles, and after so because of that, you are forced to use the airline every time. Because if you go and use another airline, you will lose miles. So because of that accumulation of miles and more, you will always be coming back to Lufthansa every time. Because you want to build up your flying miles, not just reduction of price. There's a place your miles will get to if you are transiting, you have access to business lounge and stuff like that. And if you go to duty free shops, you are able to shop with your miles and more wherever you can shop. Whatever you are buying, you can get offers and so many things. So because of that, you are attracted to that airline. So that could just be one aspect that Alan Onyema should look at. But all in all, I think this should be given to the experts to handle. No matter what we say here, it's just speculation and something to chew about. Chanajarosh, thank you and good evening.
Thank you, Oga Chris. Thank you, sir. Let's hear from ECBD. If you are there, that's please 4 minutes.
Yes, thank you so much. I don't know if you can hear me. Thank you.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I think my brother Chris said a lot of very important things. Then at the same time, you see, most of the things we're trying to just come up with the best possible scenarios from our own perspective or our own opinions. But I'm sure these people are, there's no way we know the terrain more than the people who are operating in it. And I'm sure they are trying to come up with everything possible for them to remain in the market. But we're also not going to be oblivious or act like we don't know that they prefer to be in charge of our own economy, these external forces. Because if that's the case, if we say that that does not exist, then Africa should be flying very high right now. But all over the continent, you can find the footprints of all these foreign organizations or whatever that actually feel like they are the ones that should produce and give to you, that you don't have the right to stand up for yourself and produce your own thing. And we cannot be apologists for all these kind of things, because every country in the world that have been able to come out of this dependency on foreign goods and services, all these people, they had to do it in a bullish way, the same way that Onyema is doing it. You know, if you're talking about China, Russia, all these people, they had to patronize their own products. They had to put their product first. So sometimes we might think that you just go and join. Okay, which league will someone like Epi's join now that will want him to be in the market? Is he going to join any league that has British Airways or Virgin Atlantic or you know, all these people together in the same league, and those are the people that want him out? I need to understand how much Nigerians travel abroad. Nigerians are the most traveled people in Africa and one of the most traveled people in the world. So you need to understand that it's a very big market for them. They will do anything to make sure that no, you know, competition comes from the local airspace or local market, and that's why it's not a coincidence that in Africa, in the entire Africa, you just have a handful of functioning African-owned air carriers. They are very few. So there's something going on, and the man is trying to come out of it, and it's calling the attention. Everybody rise up and claim your own. It's a conscious thing. We need to start thinking consciously whether we want to continue being slave-minded or if we want to build our own thing. That's just how I see it, because we cannot keep on, you know, trying to make excuses for these people. Yes, there is a way to play the game, but if they don't want you in the game at all, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? So you have to be able to stand up, you know, for yourself. And I believe that the man is taking the right approach. To be honest with you, there's nothing he's saying that I've seen wrong so far. He's not disrespecting anybody, any person in authority. He's even commending them, how they're supporting him. He's only talking about the implementation of some certain things on the ground level, but which some of those guys on, you know, that are the helm are not aware of. He even talked about the fan director that even said, no, they shouldn't treat them this way, but still her own staffs. There's somebody that he said that they called that said, you know, the CEO or the director of so is on this flight, and the person said that, and so what? So you need to understand that kind of a mentality. So will he now start going to look for all the, I don't know how many thousand employees of FAN and all those people and start saying, okay, this is your own share? You know, it doesn't make sense. So as long as from the top is being supported, every other person should use their head, and you cannot bribe everybody. So you can't bribe. This is just slave mentality, and this is just something that we are doing against our own selves, and we need to stop that. The man have tried his best, and he understands the field, and I think I'll just leave it at that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. ECBD. I appreciate every one of you, my wonderful people. Yes, we've come to the end of this broadcast. It's been a long day for me because I've been in the
Mr. Najawash,
Yes.
I wanted to
Yes,
ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. And you said that no, we are not qualified of giving advice or whatever to Alex Onyema. I want to ask, is it because young people cannot give advice to old people, or those who outside of business cannot see what is wrong and give advice to those inside the business? Is that why you said that?
I didn't say that. I didn't say we are not qualified. We are not in the best position to give a business advice for Onyema, most especially this airline business. That's why I was asking. Has anyone on this platform run an airline before? You know what is passing through, so he's crying out. Let him cry.
My brother, see, it's not all about airline. Business is business, like Bob Panther said. there is business administration. The person that is doing business administration is not doing it tailored only to airline. There is a way you manage your brand. There is a way you do it and you get good results. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Some people will agree with you. Some will disagree. So that's why we call it a panel. But for
I
me, I
totally
disagree.
disagree. Totally disagree with all
Yeah,
those
that's what I'm
submission
saying. So for me,
of victim blaming.
yeah, for me, I disagree. While a Black Panther agree, maybe some people on the comment section might also agree. So that's one thing. So people agree or disagree with you doesn't mean anything at all. But for me, I think none of us on this panel, that's my opinion, none of us on this panel uh, can give Alan Onyema a business advice. I don't believe, none of us. So, but if you think you can, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. That's my opinion. Someone who cried out know why he cried out. He's been on the business for decades, and he cried out, and he's still crying out, and he's still going to cry more. And you people already say you should make it, as Margarita I talk, and make it enter house, make it not cry anymore, make it go die in silence. So I disagree with that. But that's fine. You might be right. I'm disagreeing doesn't mean I'm right, but I disagree. I believe I have the right to. So that's just it. I believe that whatever anybody is passing through, just cry out, speak out. Look at Wigwe that died the other day. So if he was passing through in terms of business and all that, passing through any tough time and he refused to speak, he would have been gone now. Nobody will know about it and probably forever. So why not? Why is he not a human being? Please let him speak. Let him speak. He's facing pressure in his own country. He's facing pressure internationally. And you people say he should stay silent. He should be professional. It's just like people tell me sometimes on this platform, you're a journalist, please be professional. Just don't come, don't respond, don't do this. Am I not a human being? People should be throwing stone on my head. I'll just be quiet. No, don't talk, don't talk. Life shouldn't be like that. That's why you
Mr.
see I
Elvis,
will always respect someone like Rufai. You can't throw stone at Rufai once, may not reply you. Rufai will not even wait, make it reach 2 before he give you back. Because human being, we treat you like shit if you don't speak. Go ahead, Mr.
George,
Yes, sir.
thank you. And I also think that you see this thing, we might choose, people choose who to use as examples. I think in Nigeria, it seems like a lot of us are already used to this thing of people sitting like God figures on issues and not being able to speak for their business and be mobile enough. Because the man is CEO. He's not put himself as founder and he go and sleep somewhere and he has a CEO. He's a CEO, he's an active person in the company. His company, he has not gotten to the level where we just go and relax and he has employed a CEO to represent. He is a CEO. The only person he has COO and him is the CEO. So he has to speak for his business. He's employed there, despite being the founder also. And if you look at which company or who is richer than someone like Elon Musk? The man is by himself advertising his product every day on Twitter, having Twitter space, going to different interviews. So if someone like what's the name, Alan Onyema start appearing on YouTube channels, you people will say this man is a complete fool or what? Because the man, Elon Musk goes to YouTube channels and speak. The same thing with Mark Zuckerberg. The same thing with Jack Ma. These are people. So which examples exactly are we actually citing? So it depends on what you want to see. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world, and he's still appearing on YouTube channels. So we should not look at Alan Onyema as someone who has gotten to the level whereby he cannot come out and speak for his business. He should just go and lie down somewhere. If other people wants to do that and just sit somewhere as some figurehead, and while they employ, they can do it. But he believes his business is still at the stage where he has to, for his business to have that ground or that strong foundation. And that's why he's the CEO. That's why he did not employ a CEO.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. CBD. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Please, we should allow Alayema to speak. He's facing a lot. We don't want to make the enemy go sleep, not wake up. Let him pour some out. Let him speak. That's it. Mr. Jonathan, we called you earlier. I don't know if you're still there. If you want to give your final submission. Okay, Mr. Jonathan is not available right now. Thank you very much, my people, everybody that came in. Almost 4 hours. That was not my plan. I wanted to just do 2 hours. If I can be doing 2 hours Saturday or Sunday, that would be nice, but I have not achieved it. But I believe one day we'll achieve it. Thank you very much, my people. I apologize for coming late today. So it's going to happen tomorrow and Wednesday again. But if I can round up what I'm doing, if everything might end up just tomorrow, then Wednesday will be a normal flow. But Monday and Tuesday is certainly going to be okay. But Wednesday, I have another appointment as well. So just understand with us. We might come out after 6, like we came out today. But I know whenever I come out, my people is right here with us so that we can continue to talk about the things that's affecting every one of us. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you that came to the panel. Mr. Jonathan Kingsley, thank you very much. Mr. Odua, thank you very much. Oga Chris, thank you. Mr. Ike, F. Emmanuel, Oga CBD, Black Panther, thanks for coming in as well. And many others that came in that already left. Those of you that call into the show today, I appreciate you all. Thank you very much for calling in, and thanks for your consistency for all you guys are doing. Thank you very much for those of you that supported the channel today. Madam Naomi Bella, thank you very much. Oh, it's only you. Thank you very much. Madam Naomi Bella, thank you for doing it 3 times. God bless you. Thank you for those of you on the comment section. Mother of all Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Madam Irene's Finest. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Black Panther, I can see right down in the comment section. Mr. Johnson, Emmanuel, thank you very much. Patience is demo dear. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all right there, man. Wonderful people. Thank you. And God bless you now. We've come to the end of the broadcast right now. I got Chris. I can see you on the comment section as well. Now we've come to the end of the broadcast. I'll see you guys again tomorrow by God's grace. After 6 o'clock. It might be exact 6, but depend how long it takes me to round up. But nevertheless, we are here every day. Let's continue to talk about the things that's affecting us. Until we have a better Nigeria, we are going to continue to talk. Call out our government to do the right thing. We can't continue like this. The suffering is too much. It's piling up, and it's unbearable. Thank you very much, my people. Now God bless you. Now help us to press on the like button. Help us to share. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Take care, and bye for now.
No more bad government in Nigeria. Like that was the only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger what yo. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. For the poor, no more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what media? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria, no more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media, no the number one media in Nigeria, no more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Niger watch you. saying that